Cute, sexy, and fun. Cute, sexy, and fun. Watching CSF Nation Zone. CSF Nation Zone. WMK TV, Channel 90.
Okay. We're live. We're live. We're live. Here we go. Right. We're live. There you go. I'm kidding. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. My name is Makini 90 Art Sermon Illustrated. Welcome you back to the sexiest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube. As Makini Live, so I'm joined by my lovely co-host. Okay.
See, how is the canned audience reacting on my mic? Because I wear earbuds. Well, hello, boys.
The audience is reacting. The audience is reacting. Are you saying they're not loud enough? Are you saying they're not loud enough?
It's definitely loud enough. We hear it every week, every time Sean comes in.
Stand ovation, please. Come on now. Come on. Give an ovation, please. Give an ovation. Thank you. Right. Is that enough? Is that good enough for you? Is that good enough for you?
It's definitely good enough.
Okay.
Fuzzy, but
we can go louder. We can go louder.
No, it's loud enough. Like, even Neo J says it loud and clear.
You know how our audience is. We can go much louder. So anyway, how are you doing?
Doing okay. Doing okay.
Happy, by the way, happy belated Mother's Day, by the way.
Thank you. You know, it's the long weekend here, so thankfully we don't go late enough for us to hear dear God, I'm hoping it's fireworks.
You're celebrating your 4th of July. This is technically your 4th of July, isn't
No.
it? Oh, okay.
This is Victoria Day weekend for us. So we celebrate Queen I guess it's Queen Victoria's birthday.
Okay, gotcha.
But our equivalent to 4th of July is July 1st. That's Canada Day.
So your Independence Day 3 days before us.
Yeah, just like Thanksgiving, we get it out of the way first. You know, y'all are slackers.
I like even Joe Washington brought back there. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Shit, we just broke away from our bread. We just broke away from the Brits 3 days after y'all did.
See, we technically didn't fully break away. Charles is still our king.
Yeah, right,
we are
right.
just an independent country.
We established our independence 3 days after you did. Anyway, we do have plenty to go over. And I know we're probably going to be seeing some new faces in the chat right now because a certain post I did is getting some traction. It's not viral, but it's definitely getting some traction. And to the new faces that we're probably about to see, welcome to my little corner of YouTube, my little corner of the internet. I am first things first, I am an art channel. I'm primarily an art channel. It's named Makini Draws, artist, journeyman, and illustrator. I usually cover gaming topics. I cover a lot of gaming topics, and I draw a lot.
Okay, for the new,
a lot of girls. Let's put it that way.
Yes, a lot of girls, and they are generally very thick. For those who are new here, though, in the chat, I just ask you guys keep it respectful.
Yes.
Okay, because I've already seen one comment that leaves me a little concerned.
But it should be not a problem.
Yeah.
I got mods here, so we are keeping it nice and chill. By the way, this is my co-host for my Sunday show, Makini Live, MamaBear.
Yeah.
She has been my co-host since the inception, all the way back in 2020.
Yes, we have officially known each other 5 years now.
Yes, when it was just you, when it was just me and well, technically it was just me and a crappy phone cam and a crappy microphone too.
We loved the potato cam. We loved the potato cam and potato mic. We both had them.
I still think we need to do a public. I still think that. I feel like the 5-year anniversary. That is roasting. I think I need to do an actual reaction to my first.
We haven't done that in a while. So absolutely, for the 5-year anniversary during the summer, let's
do a reaction to our first live stream.
where it was like largely me and Bruce in the chat, and Bruce is like, just send her a link. Just send her a link.
Exactly. So, this is our little corner of the channel, guys. If you do enjoy this content, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 6K before the end of the year. Really appreciate all of your incredible support, but we got a lot of topics to go into, especially the main topic of discussion.
Okay.
We do need to say hi to everyone. You say hi to everyone, and I got something I need to share with MamaBear. I got some trails I need to share with MamaBear.
Yes, you do. But you know what? Let's address that one comment first.
But before we do, can we do something before that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are we working on today? You saw a little glimpse of it today. I am working on. So on the birthday stream, which I want to say a big thank you to everyone, and I mean that. Bottom of my heart, thank you everybody who showed up. I had so much fun to that. I'm serious. I'm so much fun to that. And a certain mouse decided to just show everyone that she has the biggest cup sizes out of all of you, which I
We've already
greatly
established that.
appreciate. And I was gifted so many. I was gifted like 50 members. And what I decided to work on is something that I should have been doing a long time ago, and that is updating the channel member emojis.
Mhm.
So if you guys see this, this is a new emoji I'm working on.
Actually,
This
I actually
is
have a shirt that looks like that.
this is of Kimmy, and I'm calling this one the got emoji. So every time we have a got moment on this stream, members can throw this up. Because I feel like that is so perfect.
How
It
are
is
you
a
going to have a
got.
gyat emoji? How are you going to have a gyat emoji without actual gyat in the emoji?
Yeah, but it's everybody's reactions though. But but Kimmy's reaction is so perfect though. It's a got.
You know what? There.
And those glasses are not. Yes, those glasses are going to be covered. It is a straight up got. It is a culture emoji. Okay, it's the equivalent of. It is the equivalent of that Winnie the Pooh in a tuxedo. It is.
Yeah.
It is for the cultured individuals. The cultured moments. It's for the very cultured moments on our channel. Okay.
See, Emerald gets it.
No, I'm saving that for the smack that like button and make it jiggle. Speaking of which, by the way, if you guys are enjoying this program, please do me a favor.
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button.
And smack that subscribe button if you want to see more art content from Makini. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
Of course, to be fair, it's not really smack that like button. It's more. It's not really smack that subscribe button. It's more like smack that like button, make it jiggle, and just give a firm grab to that subscribe button. Just like that. Treat that as a subscribe button, okay? So to answer Emerald's question, shouldn't it be a pair of cheeks? I'm gonna see what YouTube will allow me to do for that smack that like button, make it jiggle. I'm afraid YouTube may not allow me to make an emoji like that, but I will try. I will see what I can get away with.
They might, but like take the, what is it, Nicole, the one you're working on? The clip you're working on, the one with the cute big hair.
Yeah.
Her in the shorts.
Oh,
the shorts would probably pass.
Just have a like button and
the
a
thumb,
share
no.
button on each cheek.
But you gotta remember, these things are going to be tiny. So.
Exactly. So anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and say hi to everyone in the chat, and if you want to address the person in the room,
you're the one that knows more about Kirsche. I've never heard of her.
Okay.
I would love to hear from that waffle guy why they think Kirsche is a POS.
Kirsche is a very controversial VTuber. I get that. It is a very controversial VTuber. If you feel that she is a piece of shit, I understand that. I completely understand that. You have totally free will. You're totally free. You're right to do so. Listen, I just saw what was going on. I was looking up what was going on, especially the cancellation attempts and everything. We'll try to go into all of that as much as we can. And I figured just doing somebody a solid, okay? We're going to agree to disagree. That's not going to, when we get to the Kirsche segment, I will explain my reasonings why I do support, and I get that. I'm very aware of it, but that doesn't change anything. I'm aware of it, but still, I wanted to this is me throwing my hat in the ring. So Waffle Guy, I understand if you want to unsubscribe. I get it. I totally get it. I don't want. Let me just put it this way. Do I watch her religiously? No, I don't watch her. I will see her pop up on stuff like side scrollers and like Yellow Flash and such like that. And I do follow her Twitter and stuff, her takes and such like that. However, cancellation attempt is still cancellation attempt. So I wanted to throw my support. I know that I know for a fact that that is going to be a very. I know for a fact that it is basically going to be coming off as me picking one side or the other.
Wow.
I'm standing. It.
Shrubby.
Okay.
We're
Waffle Guy.
Shrubby. We don't use that word here.
Okay, Waffle Guy. Understand this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm black, by the way.
Yes.
So I don't know if it made that point clear. I don't agree with everything she said. I don't. Okay? You know, you're allowed to have your opinions, but we're not going to enforce. Yeah, but please be respectful of others. Please.
Yeah,
okay?
you guys don't. Yeah, you guys don't want me popping in back into the chat.
And understand this, just because I do support her, I do support her, did that drawing of her and all that stuff, doesn't mean I'm going to agree with her on every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the just kind of the general base with a lot of things. It's like there's a lot of channels that MamaBear adores that she doesn't agree with every single thing on them. And yes, if you can love a channel and still, you know, you'd still not agree with on everything. You can love a channel and still not be, you know, completely on board with that. You know, there's a lot of channels I follow that I don't agree on every single topic. So you're free to have your opinion. We can agree to disagree. Do I believe in the whole great replacement theory? No. Okay. Just bringing this out the way. So just, you want to have that discussion, you're welcome to have that discussion in chat. The only thing I can ask you is please be respectful about this. And just also understand that YouTube is watching. Okay. YouTube is watching, and they will be. And you believe me, we've had moments where people have said stuff in my chat where YouTube stepped in and deleted the comment.
And then there are times I will step in and delete the comment.
Yeah, but Google's moderators, the Google moderation team step in and delete. And it's like, yeah, that was not a me. That's like, they're watching. So it's like, you got to be understand whose house we in.
and also, we are not we don't do the whole politics thing.
We're not into politics. We're not. We usually, now when we get to the Kirsche topics, I will say my piece on one specific political thing. I will say one specific political thing, but generally we're basically a politics free channel.
Yeah.
And
I'm not even American, so.
And I'm not, and by the way, I'm not right wing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not right wing. I'm not even left wing either. I'm basically independent at this point. So, okay. So, just understand that you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome to be here. Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Just keep politics out of it and be respectful.
Let me just say this right now. If it's not for you, I'm sorry. Then that's not going to dissuade me from it. That's just not going to change. Mm-hmm. You're going to be talking to a brick wall at this point. So just understand that. Okay. But you're more than welcome to converse, talk with us, and talk and stuff about that in the chat. Our chat goes crazy when it comes to this stuff too, anyway. So, but just keep it respectable and just understand if this ain't for you, man, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Now I'm sorry. Hopefully you can come back for another for other topics. You step
No.
out of the way. Say all this stuff. I'm just saying.
Shrubby, no.
Listen, this is understand. I speak with my, I understand. I understand. I wear my heart on my sleeve when it comes to stuff like this, and a lot of times I just don't give a damn anymore. I'm just at the point where I just stop caring anymore on either side, and just following that. So
It's okay,
let's-
Power. I'm watching.
What? What?
No. Yeah, I was just looking at that.
God. Are you serious?
Oh God.
Oh my God. Jim Ross, legendary announcer Jim Ross, has been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck. Yeah, thoughts and prayers, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Bell's palsy, skin cancer, and cancer surgery on his hip. Respiratory problems, constant shortness of breath. Yeah, he has Bell palsy, basically.
Mhm.
Fuck. All right, thoughts and prayers. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to the legend, man. Fuck. He's 73 too.
Jeez.
All right, keep my thoughts, man. You can't. You can't. Wrestling ain't gonna be wrestling ain't wrestling without Jim Ross. That's all I'm gonna say. Wrestling ain't wrestling without Jim Ross.
It won't be the same.
No, it won't be. I don't follow wrestling anymore, but yeah.
Every now and then I still do. Every now and then.
All I can hear is Jim Ross. So yeah, thoughts and prayers, man. Damn. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, so let's get all that out of the way. Let's say hi to everybody.
Absolutely.
All right, first up, Power. Power's not going to be able to be here because he has a party to go to. And although Power's going to be working and lurking here.
Hope you have a great time at the party, Power.
Have a great party. And hopefully you can still listen in while we're willing doing. We can get to the Kirsche stuff later. Magic Realms, good morning to you. Waffle Guy, said my piece there. Neo J, good morning to you. Okay, loud and clear. It is loud and clear. Exactly. Emerald, good morning to you. Good morning to you, sir. Shrubby, thank you, Shrubby. Shrubby knows what I'm talking about. Okay, exactly. Emerald, I will do what I can to get a pair of cheeks. Cheeks clapping is an emoji, okay? I will do what I can. Whatever YouTube will allow me to have, okay? So I will try my best. Silence in the peanut gallery. We vote for this emoji. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shrubby,
I am always going to push him, when it comes to some things.
I need to come up with a bunch of new channel member emojis anyway. So
yeah, 5 years. He's used to this from me.
So we probably need to make a weapon of mass distraction emoji or something like that. We got to find something.
You know what?
Okay.
I keep saying I'm going to make a T-shirt of it, and I really should because I keep getting people saying I would totally wear that.
That's a funny meme. That was like a funny meme. It was like, hey, it's like a shirt that goes around. It's like, yes, I have big tits, but they're used to store all my anger inside.
I love it. I would never wear it. I do have a Care Bear one that says it's a hoodie that says "Hug Dealer." I've also seen a Care Bear one that says "Hug Life," and I totally need it.
Oh my god. Okay. It's clear. Anyway. So there you go. It's probably supported due to the amount of articles from the VA lore. People disagree with her, probably don't. Possibly critical of her. Yeah, you can be fan and still you can support and still be critical. So there's a lot of people that we support and we're still very critical of too. So
Oh yeah.
Shrubby.
There's a channel I mod where I am always pushing back on them when it comes to certain narratives. But they love me because I'm a lovable weapon of mass distraction. And I'm a sniper in their chat.
Like you said, it's a Waffle Guy. I understand your concern. And I'll probably stick it into the hornet's nest by talking about this. But you know what?
Just be careful what you're sticking into the hornet's nest. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm probably just stepping right into the lion's den when it comes to this kind of topic. But screw it. I don't have much of a dog in this fight. I'm just from what this is from. A lot of this, and I'll be honest here, and I will be honest here. A lot of this was just from what I've been observing this past couple weeks. This is just from what I've been seeing this past couple weeks.
Okay, I am gonna say I did delete that one comment that you just highlighted because of the one word in there. We don't use that word here.
Yeah, please.
So
yeah. Okay, so just check off. Thank you guys. We all good. Independent too. Yes, we got some independent people here. Yes, listen, we got people.
Absolutely.
Listen, we don't talk politics here, but we got plenty of people, no matter what side political aisle they're on. It doesn't really matter. And I bet you. I'll tell you this. I bet you there's probably plenty of people who are on, who are probably Orange Man, supporters. And despite the fact that I don't vote, I didn't vote for him at all. So every time. So. You're gonna be in and out of stream. Okay, perfect. Yes, and the whole thing with Jim Ross. So just man, best of luck. Okay, Jerry King Lawler. Yes, Jerry King Lawler is essential.
Yes,
very essential. Made the narratives work. Yes, he made the narratives work. Jim Ross makes those narratives work. Yes. I think PSP and keep getting deleted shout band when it's having the comments in this video. I think I changed my P. I keep getting deleted shout band. That might be the case. Like. We might have to follow. I might have to follow the Kyle method of, like, me listing, like, blocking and then unblocking you, so that way your comments can show up much more often in the videos. But I think you should be fine. Your comments been showing up lately.
Yeah, I haven't seen an issue with Emerald.
I think what it is, Emerald, is that your comments keep getting hidden in the community post, though. That's the weird thing, is that your comments keep getting hidden in the community posts. Your comments are very, very tame. So I don't understand. Yeah. Look, we're late. We were late on that one. That was my bad. Best industry advice ever. Yeah, exactly.
No worries.
Sci-Fi Jedi. Good to see you. I mean, for
and I'm just gonna say, when the post above best industry advice I got, that's also good dating advice.
What was the advice?
I'm not saying it out loud, but
no.
Yeah.
What was the best industry advice? I forgot. I completely
right here. It's good dating advice too. He loves me.
No, it's not that. It's just that. Listen. As a male species, I mean, that's true. I mean, I agree. It's just that the problem is, Shrubby. Problem is, Shrubby, is that as men, as the masculine species that we are, as our gender, we can't help it. Okay. Some men are more disciplined than others. Some men are much more taught than others, but
yes,
some of us just can't help it. That's that whole thing. That's why you never stick your dick in crazy. Listen, a lot of guys who follow that advice, it's just they can't help it,
Yeah, no, there are some guys out there I wouldn't trust a bagel around them.
It's the I can fix her vibes, okay?
And you know what? Women are just as guilty about that. Women are just as guilty.
Listen, we can't help it, okay? Sometimes would more men like to think with more of their brains instead of their dicks? Yes. Do I think we probably would have been a little bit better off if, common sense came in the room at that moment? If common sense kicked in automatically? As in understand this is what's going to happen after this encounter. After this encounter, are you willing to take the risk? But sometimes it's just in our nature, okay? It's just, we can't help it, okay? You can't help it. That's just the human nature of us. We can't stick. A lot of us are sticking and crazy. It's the crazy ones. We can't help it. It's an attraction, okay?
Like I said, there are some guys I wouldn't trust a bagel around, let alone, my friends.
I am married, so I can't interject. I'm just saying generally, okay? It's the crazy ones. It's the crazy ones. It's the ones that have clear daddy issues. It's the ones that we know we can fix. We're confident. We're somehow confident.
But that is just human nature. I mean, women are just as guilty about the I can fix him.
I'm just saying, Speaking of which, yes, yanderes come to mind. The Sundays we're attracted to. The Sundays we're very attracted to. The yanderes are the ones we try to stay away from as much as the yanderes are the ones we try to stay away. Is where common sense start kicking in. Let's put it that way, okay? You know I'm right. Y'all know I'm right.
This whole
right. Shut up.
This whole conversation feels a little wrong to be having without Dante here.
I know, right? Exactly. Magic knows what I'm talking about. Okay, you go the Sundays. The ones that are the ones that don't the ones that act like they're not into you, and the ones that are clearly into you that act like they don't. That's the ones you target. Those are the ones. Those are your higher chances than the ones than the yanderes. Okay.
Okay.
Because the yanderes will be the ones they'll go out of their way to try to kill you. Kill you. Okay.
See, I don't see how Shrubby's comment is funny.
I'm putting it in anime. I'm putting it in anime terms. Okay.
No. That's not the comment I'm talking about. The one you just posted.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see how that's funny. Jedi Master, you're a good man.
Y'all crack me up in the chat. Okay, let's go off top. Let's go off the topic here. We're gonna get into the Kirsche stuff a little bit later on the show. We got a lot to go over today, but I got something I want to share with MamaBear first. Okay. So, you guys have seen this?
Is he like 6 foot tall and? Sorry. Go ahead. He loves me.
Just send the invite, okay? just send the invite.
I don't even know if he's available.
All right? You know you want to. Just send him the invite, okay? Just send him the invite.
Okay.
It's a running joke. No, but see what
Shrubby, thin ice. Okay, you're on thin ice.
Guys, come on, settle down. Chat, settle down, please. Okay. So let's get into the proper gooning topics here. Anyway. No. But I want to ask MamaBear this question.
Yeah.
How much do you like Victorian era aesthetics?
Oh, love it.
Love it. Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
I mean, you got what is it? Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
The whole corset thing. Love it.
Okay, well, I got a game I want to share with you. And it's a game that broke the internet. Let's just say it broke the internet. It broke the internet. And what is the most obvious thing that you could probably guess about this trailer? Just without even taking a look at it, what is the thing you can guess obviously?
1 sec.
Just guess out of the top of your head. What do you think it is?
Hold on. Shrubby, I do have a wrench. Don't push. Final warning.
Yeesh. Yes.
I will time you out.
Shrubby, settle down. Settle down. I don't know what to tell you. Settle down, Shrubby. Anyway.
Well, you're telling me you're talking about Victorian stuff, so
yeah.
And you think I'm going to be interested in it. So obviously, the outfits are going to be on point. At least I hope so. If
Would I have to tell you that it's a gacha game? Yeah, it's another one.
Thank you, Grumpy.
This broke the internet, and this is the trailer for a gacha game, a Chinese game called Silver Palace. Check this out.
By the way.
We have a big case on our hands. Dozens are dead, burned to ashes. You may be the best detective.
Okay. Question.
But Tanzania isn't the best.
Yes.
Question. Can we see what you're looking at?
Is it not shown on screen?
No. We love your drawing, but seriously.
Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer.
Let me share this again properly this time. Shut up. All of you. I see you in the chat. Okay, let's do this again. Do this again. All right.
Take two.
Take two.
We have a big case on our hands. Dozens are dead, burned to ashes. You may be the best detective.
But Sylvania isn't the best city there is.
The city is like liquid silver, always changing. What is true might not always stay true. Sin and evil stalk the city like a stubborn shadow.
I need an assistant.
I'm Alf. I'm here for the interview. You shall become my knight in her stead.
Look who it is. You're not welcome in Sylvania.
Do not talk to the detective with that tone.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Besides fire, there's another way to turn the skin black. You know what it is, but it's just too peculiar. The clock strikes 12.
This is the night where everything ends! Admit it! You don't have what it takes to be the bad guy. Fairy tales mean something else to us. I already knew none of us could escape fate. Unless you are the author. I'm no longer a detective. So why are you still so excited?
That was Silver Palace.
I love it.
Basically,
I love it.
Basically,
It's like League of
when
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
When you decided your Hoyoverse, when your Hoyoverse isn't Victorian enough, when you needed some little more.
You know what? The
Victorian
chat is the chat is on point. It's more steampunk and industrial than Victorian,
I agree.
which is like it's got that same feel of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which one of my favorite movies.
So
You know what, Grumpy, 100%.
This broke it. This broke the internet. This broke the internet because, like, just on the production quality alone, just on the quality of the game alone, and I know that the YouTube. I know my freaking StreamYard compression rate is. StreamYard is not helping, but it is stunning. Okay, it is legitimately stunning. Everything fits into this
Oh hell no!
steampunk Victorian era aesthetics. Freaking it looks great. It looks stunning. The world feels very immersive, and I'm going to show you some open world traversal here, because this is a very much a Victorian period. And like I said, I'm terribly sorry, guys. YouTube, that is the issue with YouTube. It's just not. YouTube isn't. YouTube is StreamYard due to quality rates, so it's not doing the game as justice as it should. But that game is 2 frames per second. Okay, this should be a little bit better. But the whole thing is that this is much more of a detective style gotcha game rather than a full-blown action open world gotcha game in the same way that you see with its competitors, which are likely going to be Genshin, Honkai Star Rail. Well, not so much Star Rail, but Genshin and Wuwa, Weathering Waves. The thing that really interests me with this is just how, for one, the world designs and everything look fantastic. The combat looks fun. Like you have characters who are able to use multiple different weapons at a time. There's actual stealth. Actual stealth mechanics, basically. Actual stealth mechanics is all steeped into this very, like you said, steampunk Victorian era feel. And my only downside, I think the only downside is what other people are saying in the comments, is that it's a gotcha game and it's not a a full priced release here, because I'm getting some Tides of Annihilation vibes too. It looks amazing. Like it looks legitimately amazing. It looks legitimately like fun. Like freaking what?
I'm on it.
Oh, we're turned to a Pegasus? You go.
Yes. Yes.
here's the best part.
Why does this stuff surprise you by now?
But no, the world itself is stunning. The world itself is so stunning to look at. It's like, damn, I feel
Sean.
right in this. I feel right at home. You feel right at home if you're, especially if you're into like Harry Potter or such like that. You're really into this Victorian era period. It really is very imaginative, though. We ain't escaping. And the best part is, yes, you have horse mounts. The game has horse mounts, and there's one scene here I gotta share with. One scene here. You have detective stuff as well. You have stealth. You have actual stealth mechanics here, which includes actual granted, this is unrealistic because a girl of her body style, a girl of her weight would not be able to take down a guy twice her size. We can ignore that. Okay, we can ignore something like that.
You know what, Neo? You are right on point with that. It is very much like Fantastic Beasts.
It's like what Fantastic
Love
Beasts. No, granted, this is unrealistic, but you know what? I'm able to. It's escapism. It's escapism because you have freaking syringe, which is supposed to be probably a knockout syringe. It's nothing like. It's nothing. It's very Arkham. There's some Arkham vibes here. I wanted to share this with you just because it looks. I figured you would like something like this. In this trailer,
my computer's going to hate you for showing this to me. You know that.
Who?
My computer's going to hate you for showing this to me.
Oh,
this looks like so much fun.
Oh, okay. Because your computer couldn't handle it. Like, no,
I don't think my computer can handle it, but goddamn, I want to play it.
Yeah, there's like serious takedowns. Like we saw that one shot of the thing that like scared the crap out of me was that, and yes, there's. You know what? I welcome this period of gaming. I do welcome this period because the fan service is like it's slowly creeping in. It's so like slowly creeping in. The fan service and the design stuff is slowly creeping in. For example, that you can see that we're moving away from this period and we're moving into, what is actually going to appeal to players and such like that. I would love to see if this game had, actual stealth missions, actual straight up stealth missions. I adore the design. I adore the design of the main character. I really appreciate the design. It fits really well. It's very imaginative. And on top of that, you know what? I appreciate that the fact that they made the fact of the matter is that we're in a period now where it's like, okay, the girls are feminine now. The girls are starting to act more feminine. Like, for real. Like, seriously, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this one shot here that caught me. And I'm like, look at her pistol. Look at the way she holds a pistol like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very feminine looking. Like this very, very feminine looking. Even she has I love her girls walk animation. There's horse drifting, by the way.
Love it.
There's horse drifting.
Walkie's like, there's drifting.
There's horse excited. Drifting, y'all.
It's a horse, but it's drifting.
It's Tokyo Drift reference here. No, she's got this really cute walk animation. It's really cool. It's like, sorry about that. Sorry. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Would that be something I'm willing to play? Yes. Completely is free to play though, because my time is very limited in regards to gacha games, just like everybody else is. Our time is very limited to the games that we play and such like that. And this is definitely on my to watch list, along with the Ananta game, which I think will be later this year as well. Damn.
This looks like so much fun.
Yeah, this looks so freaking hardcore. There was what got me was the trailer beforehand. What got me was the trailer beforehand. Well, you see this one girl at the end of the trailer, and I'm like, bro,
There you go. You got
freaking
Grumpy too.
takedown. Bro, look at this takedown. Look at this takedown here. Freaking just
It's not even just the takedown. Look at the women in this scene. Right there. That is Dante approved.
You gonna snap her neck in half. Bro! I was like, what? Excuse me, what? Hold on a second. This is we just go I want, you know what? I want a gotcha game with takedowns like that now. Okay, I want like brutal, like looking takedowns. Okay, come on now.
Yeah. See, it was stuff like this why I really loved God of War. Yes.
Listen, man, I know, oh my God, a gotcha style versus like Def Jam or Manhunt with brutal takedowns. I'm like, bro, what's your who watches anime girl get a neck snapped in half? Like, bro. Oh, that got me. It got me. And I'm like, like some arc of fucking takedowns here. I'm like, so that was some Palace. That might be later this year, but that was something that literally broke the internet. It really broke the internet on this one, and everybody's like, the reactions are. It is a voiced female with a boiler hat, Victorian historical fantasy setting, fashionable design, and close enough. Welcome back, Timekeeper. The Cinderella references are wild. When the clock strikes 12, horse carriage, glass heel in one of the boss fight cutscenes, and especially when you take in the fairy tales comment in the end, it gives me ORV feels. The background of Victorian era designs already got me sold. Yes. Having classical music makes it perfect. Yes. It's funny how the most princess design, it has the most brutal takedown. That is the best part. The most princess-looking design has the most brutal takedown. Like,
I don't know how you managed to pause it on that once. Yeah, you had a perfect pause a bit ago.
What, on the harpy? Dude, I'm like,
yes.
So
where you got to see the full wings and
on like Cinderella though. So I can take on Cinderella, be like Sherlock Holmes and kind of some kind of shit here. But I love the voice. I'm loving the VAs. I think everything fits this Victorian era fantasy setting, and it's like okay. And no, we're punking bitch. No, I just wanted to share that with you. Okay. So we're gonna get into the main. Kirsche.
That does look absolutely fun.
Okay. But before we do that, I talked about this. I talked about this on Makini in the morning. Last week, and MamaBear is very. I showed this to MamaBear, and she was like, "Can we talk about this?" I explained that to her, and I'm like, okay.
I'm busy during the week.
Okay, so let me give you the typical what it is. So I started doing so as you guys know, I broke in a new sketchbook for the work doodles now. So I'm back making work doodle shorts. You guys have been freaking amazing. Thank you to everybody's been coming out with there. Ever since it wasn't me who discovered this article, it was Guitar Rock Gaming who discovered this article here. And I talked about this on Makini in the morning, and I want to give a brief I just want to give a brief a brief explanation of what this is, because this is actually going to lead into the Kirsche stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you guys saw the Tuesday show that I did on Makini in the morning, You guys already know what this story is, but MamaBear doesn't. So I discovered what this dress is called, and I'm on Deborah, by the way. I discovered what this dress is called, and this is a dogton dress. Dogton dresses are tight, muted color, usually gray or black, pencil dress with a very, very low neckline to show cleavage, usually accompanied by a crop jacket of the same color. The sleeves may alternatively be part of the dress. I'm gonna have this up here. I just want to get you. I'll just put this up here so you guys know what this is. So, sorry about that. Move this over here. So I'm just gonna blow this up here.
Too far.
So I'm gonna blow this up here because what I want you guys to know. And I'm gonna read this out loud. What a Daunton dress is. Okay. All right. So, in South Korea, it is often joked on the internet that the Newtown era of Dongtan and Hwaesong, Gyeonggi, has an unusually high number of rich, young, married women wearing such dresses, spending time at shopping malls or cafes while their husbands are at work. The Dongtan Newtown is statistically one of the youngest in the country in terms of average age of residence, with one district scoring as low as 33.5 in September of 2023. The township has been perceived as where a number of young married couples wishing to keep in the capital area in close reach, where the most infrastructure of South Korea is concentrated at extreme density. This meme has gained traction since 2023, and the name Dongtan has been used on any woman dressed in revealing clothes and replacing any sexually suggestive keyword in South Korea with characters such as Dongtan Lady popping up. So, the reason I bring that up is because of a story that I covered last week on Makini in the Morning. And that story inspired me to want to make this video. So make that stream and such like that. So what I'm also going to show you is the apparent. So there is this is from Good Smile Company, by the way. Hatsune Miku, by the way. Good Smile Company. This is a figure of the Dongtan Lady style dress, right?
Yeah.
And this is actually affordable, by the way. This statue is affordable. It's like on certain sites, it's like $70. It's like $70 to $90, depending on which site you go into. So the reason I want to share this is because MamaBear has not heard of this story. Basically, this came from Niche Gamer. This figure garnered so much attention that South Korean residents actually called the police on this figure. I am not kidding. This was back on my mom's birthday last week. South Korean residents call police about over-sexualized anime figure. South Korean residents of Hwaesong City are incensed over a popular anime figure depicting a woman wearing a skin-tight dress with a plunging neckline. The figure, which has been called Dongtan Missy, is allegedly based on a social stereotype of women from that neighborhood. That figure is based on the artwork of K-Ping and features a character with seductive narrow eyes and wearing a face mask. According to the Mail business newspaper, individuals have been contacting law enforcement in South Korea in order to have the figure pulled from both in-store and online. As part of the Dongtan Missy stereotype due to its neighborhood's affluence, as we explained earlier, giving the appearance of a young but sophisticated married woman. South Korea has an infamously reactionary feminist movement, which regularly comes after anime and video games for what they consider insulting depictions of women. The figure is available, affordable. It's about 60 to 90, depending on which store you go at. And that's the end of the article. So, MamaBear, I know we were talking about this earlier, but you want to tell the audience your thoughts at first? MamaBear.
Okay, starters, love the dress. Totally want one. Because I have seen like real life versions of the dress after he mentioned this to me. I've looked them up. They're not quite as skin tight as this. Like, you don't get to see like the belly button, that kind of stuff. So this is an exaggeration of what the dress actually is.
It is an exaggeration, but it works.
You guys know me. It is. It is an exaggeration of how the dress fits.
Especially with the revealing ass.
But it
very close.
Still has that quality to it where she is covered.
It's just very form-fitting. It's a pencil dress, basically.
Like normally you wouldn't see that much, cheek def.
Anyway. You were saying?
But I know why they're upset about this and point. No, I noticed I'm getting the wheels. I know why they're upset about this, and I'm tired of it at this point. They're upset because she has big boobs.
Well, just this figure,
they come in all sizes.
It's a meme. It's a meme, though.
Women do actually have, breasticles this big.
Yes, and probably not South Korean not South Korean women though, but
probably not.
But
not a lot. I mean, we did play that one game,
Are you trying to see what you want to see Gran in this dress? Is that what you're trying
We
to
did
say?
play that one game, 5 Hearts Under One Roof, where the one character would have looked fantastic in this.
You...
Yeah.
Gran was like the only one of the 5 with that large of a bust. I'm like, no, you're wearing a push-up bra, sweetheart. Sweetheart, you're pushing them girls up. Push-up bra. But no. As I mentioned before, as I mentioned in the article before, this is apparently South Korea, and I've been hearing stories about this. That South Korea has a very egregious like feminist movement going on right now. And let me go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up here. And actually, this was funny thing because this brought up over Stellar Blade, and this was back in January of last year. I'm gonna share this article. So I completely forgot that this actually happened.
Whoa, really?
Shift Up, the developers of Stellar Blade,
a guy went to jail over this?
Wait, really?
According to Power.
Apparently so. But no, I remember this whole thing. Shift Up, the Korean developers by Stellar Blade, fired two employees for their political view. According to a thread back in 2022, 2 employees working on Stellar Blade were fired for being feminist. Only a screen cap of the initial tweet is visible at this time of writing, with the original author having gone private, like in response to sudden attention to the game, thus her Twitter was getting. According to the site Brotaku, at least one of the employees in question was affiliated with the South Korean feminist group Megalia. More than a typical feminist group, Megalia was notorious for their outrageous behavior, which included posting pictures of mutilated male. Whoa! Posting creep shots of men and forcibly outing gay men to the public. This was one that caused a schism, the ultimate downfall of the site, with the site was seizable portion of Megalians being committed to forcibly outing gay men, even after the site owners banned homophobic content. the former employee contracted. So yeah, that was I completely forgot that story. That was a part of it. And you can get arrested for that. I was like, I know customs in South Korea are much different compared to us here in the States. So South Korea emphasizes beauty way more than we do. They heavily emphasize beauty way more than we do. That's crazy, though. That is crazy. Oh, I got arrested over this. You can get arrested for that. Yeah. Wait, really? The artist that created this character. Let me check.
What?
Hold on. Let me check.
Yeah, he thinks the artist that created the character is female, which would make this even funnier.
I'm gonna do some sleuthing here. Oh, this is in South China Morning Post. Oh wow! Oh my goodness! So apparently,
Share.
So South China Morning Post made this. Korean Herald figures sold at 9,000. Really?
What?
Yeah, figures sold at 90,000. One at online shopping malls in Korea and Japan. Oh wow. Yeah, over 100 complaints. According to okay, here we go. So this is from the Mail business newspaper. This is the first one. Dongtan Missy is an online meme that refers to a one-piece fashion of women living in Dongtan, that area of South Korea, which it meant young and sophisticated female fashion in a new city, basically. But it was changed to a provocative explanation of female celebrities' clothes. Figures sold as Dongtan figures, Miss Satan or Miruk, gather in a dress that reveals part of the chest and shows the body silhouette. According to Yonhap News, the internet users filed a complaint with the Hwasong city and local police stations asking them to stop selling the Dongtan figures. This is due to concerns that it can sexually commercialize women beyond freedom of expression and install a negative image of the Dongtan region. I don't know how to respond to that. I guess.
Okay.
You what? What?
Yeah, I guess you what?
That sounds good.
What?
You what?
This is overdue concerns that can sexually commercialize women beyond freedom of expression and instill a negative image of the Dongtan region. I guess young married women, very sophisticated young married women, is a stereotype in that region. According to according to Yonhap News, Hwasong City received 100 related complaints and started a legal review, but answered that it's difficulty to legally restrain them because defamation and insults cannot be established. What? 100 complaints and started a legal review, but it answered that it's difficulty to legally restrain them because of defamation and insults. The city said, according to the Supreme Court precedent, insults are established by expressing derogatory feelings that can degrade the social evaluation of a specific person or organization with a personality, so the victim should not be specified. In the wake of the controversy, malls that sell the figures have removed the name Dongtan from the product name. However, as of 9 p.m. on the 6th, it is still sold as Dongtan figures in many shopping malls. So basically it backfired.
Yeah.
I learned
as is
something
the
new
case of most protests at this point.
I learned something new every day. I did not know about that. I learn something new every day. I you know what? I feel supportive of this now. I feel like I want to get this figure now. in protest.
It's a nice figure.
It is a nice figure. Okay, this was on my birthday. This is from the South China. South Korea Herald. Okay, is it the same thing? Okay, that's behind a paywall. Never mind. Okay, and the South China Morning Post. Let me look at this from the Korean Herald. Is there anything more of this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So officials are quoted saying they will provide legal and administrative aid to Dongtan residents if they are directly victimized in relation to the sale of the dolls. What?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Really?
Are you victimized by a really? Really? You're victimized.
Tell me, where did the
by a
doll
kid.
victimize you?
You were victimized by this, really? I know we don't have any. I know. There's not a chance in hell that we could reach any South Korean viewers here on this channel, but really, this is calls for legal. This is calls for legal support. If you're directly victimized by the sale of the dolls, is it that much of a stereotype? Are you that offended? Is that much of a stereotype in that region? Dongtan, encompassing most areas of districts from Dongtan 1 to Dongtan 9 Dong, have been a rural. Okay. So here's why. Dongtan, encompassing most areas of districts from Dongtan 1 Dong to Dongtan 9 Dong, had been a rural area, but underwent rapid development in the 2000s. The planned urban area is a combination of commercial, residential, and industrial areas with an average age of 34.7, nearly 10 years younger than the national average of 44.2 as of 2023. The youthful public image of the district possibly contributed to the Dongtan missing meme, which has been criticized as sexually objectifying women. This right here. This. So basically, it's a meme that became popular, and now it's offensive. Residents are victimized by this. Am I right? MamaBear, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm just gonna ask you a quick question. Do you think they would let anything like this slide in the States?
I mean, I don't know what it's like to live in South Korea.
In North America, in our country, in U.S. and
Apparently.
Canada, do you think
I don't know what
something like this would be able to slide in the States without people
live
complaining
in South
about
Korea,
it?
so I can't speak for the culture there.
Sorry. Do you think that in Canada, in the United States, where everything is polarized as it is now, that something like this wouldn't garner victimization attention? That people would be offended by this? Am I?
People got offended by pancakes.
I'm just saying, y'all got it good. If this is
people got offended over pancakes.
Yeah, because you know damn well
a dress would be just as full. I mean, do you not know? No. Do you not remember how polarized everyone got over a stupid dress that, for the record, was actually black? If you look it up on the website, it was black and blue.
Oh, black
so
and blue.
Yes,
Wait,
a God forbid, form-fitting You know, you don't remember that?
I don't.
A few years back, everyone was losing their minds over whether the dress was black and blue or white and gold. It was black and blue.
I'm just saying. I was like, why didn't this catch on?
So
in
you
the
think they
States?
aren't going to
Oh,
lose
that's
their
right.
minds over this kind of thing? Have you seen how a lot of women dress on TikTok and Instagram? This would be refreshing for a change.
Bless you. Yes, it would be refreshing.
Thank you.
Also, by the way, it's just a stereotype. It's a young married South Korean woman, basically.
Even up here, I see it. There are sometimes it would be nice to go to the grocery store without being able to tell that a woman shaved, and I'm not talking about her legs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wonder. I also wonder if there's a what? No. People be offended by the fact. No, if this was here in the States, people be offended by the fact that there is an entire culture of sophisticated young married South Korean women, basically in a nuclear family. Is Johnny Somali getting put away for life in prison? Was that confirmed?
I'm sorry. I gotta highlight this.
Isn't he getting life in prison?
Maki, leave Korea alone. They gotta deal with Somali molesting statues and harassing people.
Yes, Young.
Okay.
It is the
Fun fact.
Yes, the killer D's killer wife.
If you say Johnny
Nikkei,
Somali
well
5 times, Dante appears.
D's killer wife and Nikkei, as well as the Cinderella alternate outfit in Nikkei, are both inspired by this dress, basically. There's 100% here too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, y'all. Really? You have to seek legal aid if you're offended by this. Like, come on now. Like, come the hell on now. Neo, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, my man. Your life would be better off if you did not know who Johnny Somali is. Okay, your life will be much better off.
I can give
Arcana. Yes,
I can give the Coles Notes version. He is one of those. Yeah, Johnny Somali is one of those, outrage bait, TikTokers who originally went to Japan and was taking videos on the subway and stuff, going, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, which completely disrespectful. And then when Japan kicked him out, he went to South Korea and started molesting their sacred statues.
Yeah, nah, nigga, they tried to.
I mean, if you want if you want the full breakdown, Dante Rants Room, or is that the name of his channel? Dante, our homie, he has covered it from like all the way across. I love every time he pops up with an update of this.
He has covered that shit. Yeah,
Dante has done a great job of covering the full saga of it.
Listen, he tried that shit. Listen, let's put it this way: he tried that shit in South Korea. He tried that shit in Japan. He got booted out from it. He tried that shit in South Korea. Now he's potentially getting life in prison. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Come on now.
Hey, memes.
So
the funniest thing is every time he tries to get a phone, they take it away from him now.
Mm-hmm. Because they're gonna pull that shit on him, man.
I love it.
They're gonna pull that shit. They're gonna pull that shit because he's gonna pull that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, his ass is in trouble. His ass is in deep shit now.
Dante Atozi comments.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna shout out Dante because Dante is our resident Black Panther and our homie. So
what's this resident black man? Excuse me.
Black Panther,
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I'm like, wait, I'm not black enough, but according to you, is that what you're trying to say?
Black Panther, Captain America, all like wrapped into one.
I was about to say, excuse me, mom. Excuse me. Excuse me.
You have seen him. I'm pretty sure Marvel Rivals used him as a body sculpt.
Excuse me. I'm gonna have to stare at you. I'm like, I heard
Tell me
Resident
I'm
Black
wrong.
Panther for a second. I'm like, excuse me, MamaBear, what is your ulterior motives here? Are you trying to replace me? Is that what you're trying to do?
Resident Black Panther. He's our resident T'Challa.
By the way, that's one of my new clips, by the way. That's one of my new clips.
No, Sean, it's yeah, apparently. No, he is not my resident
Sean,
black
what do you
man.
mean by that?
I will be one.
Sean, what do you mean by that? What do you mean
I
by
will
that?
be. I will be 100. Everything between me and Dante is just playing back and forth.
That's what you say. Okay, that's what you say.
You,
That's what you say.
damn it! Send him an invite. See if he's available. Send him an invite.
Oh my god! Oh,
No, him.
oh.
No, it is all just it is play between me and him. There is somebody actually here that I am. There is actually somebody here that I am talking with, and yeah.
Okay, so let's get into so where is this leading to? Makini is probably asking, where is this whole thing leading to? I'm gonna tell you where it leads to, because what happened was, after I saw that news clip, I did a Makini in the morning stream. I did a stream of Makini in the morning. I wanted to do some Dante dresses. I did one. The first one here, I was like, I'll just draw Dongton Missy as the first one. And then I thought with a lot of the first page, by the way. So that was short. Then I thought, we're gonna have some fun with this one. I'm gonna see. You know, a certain fox has been stirring up some trouble recently. And I was like, you know what? I'll take a look. I have never drawn a VTuber before. And then I came up with, so I did a drawing of this little
half of your pictures are like, no, these are not safe for public viewing. How many of those has your hand in the picture?
Actually, if you go to my community, let me No, actually, if you go to my community tab, actually, you can see my hand right here, and YouTube didn't take it down. You can see my fingernail. Okay.
Oh no!
I know. Gas.
So your hand is not safe for Twitter, but it's safe for YouTube. Okay.
No, it's not really my hand is not safe for Twitter, YouTube. It's more like my fingernail is fine. It's like, you show the fingernail, it's fine. It's just that if you show the full, if you show my full hand, if I happen to show my full hand on YouTube, YouTube would be giving me YouTube would give me the bonk over just,
I was drinking water.
Show my full hand. I just show my fingernail here. So see that counts. See, that's safe. Okay, so that makes YouTube's terms of service here. I just showed my fingernail. Okay, that doesn't count as a full hand. They allowed it. So, well,
Yeah, but for
I've been
for
seeing
Twitter,
this.
it's too spicy.
I've been seeing this little drama regarding around this little some fox, I guess, some fox named Kirsche, I think. And I thought to myself, yeah, what the hell? It could be fun. It'd be a fun little sketch that I put together since I'm doing this, since I'm into this dog
Dude,
tin.
Sean, do it.
Post my hands. What are you talking about, Sean?
Do it.
It's gonna be like Sean's OnlyFans. Where you just
Post your hand with your art.
See, what happens here? If I show my hand, I get banned. Okay. If Sean shows his hand, he's going to be shooting up in followers. Okay. He's gonna be having 100,000 subscribers in no time. Okay. It doesn't work for me, but it does work for him apparently. You know.
You know what? I actually may make this. I may make this a challenge to like all of the black guys I know, and not because just for the whole spiciness of it, just to see what happens, to see if it breaks Twitter.
I show my hand, I get banned somehow. I'm like, what the freak? But oh no, Sean shows his hand apparently. Oh no, he's shooting up at followers. I'm like, oh damn. What the freak? I tried to do the same thing I did. I get banned. I'm not even doing it. My hand ain't even doing anything.
It was just too spicy for Twitter.
There's some low-key racism going on here.
The picture, the half naked drawing was fine, but the hand was too much.
My hand drawing it apparently. Oh no, that had to be flagged. Apparently, it's not safe for public audience. Apparently. It had to be marked as adult content because my hand was in there. Apparently,
and we're not even making this up. This actually happened.
No, it's not a joke. I would love to tell you we were joking, but no, this is not a joke. I am dead serious here. So why am I showing this? So I did
what?
What was the hand drawing, Maki? It was drawing.
Something actually not far from
League of Legends. That's all. It was just drawing one of the girls from League of Legends, and somehow my hand being in the image somehow got not safe. That got me a not safe for Twitter. Apparently, my hand is in the image somehow. But
because he did post. Fine, he did post twice. He posted one of just the drawing.
I posted twice, and again at the same time. For some reason, my hand in the image is somehow not safe for Twitter. Apparently,
that's the first time I've heard somebody refer to themselves as a light bright emerald. That is hilarious.
Emerald, Emerald, we can get the hell out of here, bro. This ain't gonna turn into a racial purity test here, Emerald.
Sean,
I'm gonna kick you right out. I'm gonna kick you
Sean,
right out.
I don't think it's on his Twitter anymore because this is
that's on my old Twitter, Sean. That is my old Twitter's long gone. So
yeah, that's
I
the old
deleted
Twitter.
that a long time ago.
Yeah. But I'll never let him live it down. Much like you and the, Concord thing.
Yeah. Just like By the way, guys, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are new to my channel, React and Draw is actually a former concept artist at Firewalk Studios. Makers of the absolute hit that was Concord.
Yeah. Apparently. Sean isn't in a second going to be like, send me that damn link.
I'm about to hop in here and beat my ass. I'm like, first off, no, okay. So I wanted for the second Dongtin dress work doodle. I was like, you know what? I know what, let's draw. Let's just see what happens. I'm probably gonna get canceled for it. I'm probably gonna get reactions out of it, but I'm gonna draw Kirsche. I'm gonna draw Kirsche, and I came up with this one. You guys seem to really like it though. People seem to really like this one though. As the work doodle I did. had fun with it. I had fun with her design and such like that, and fitting herself, fitting Kirsche as a South Korean, as a young South Korean wife, as a young and sophisticated South Korean wife, and at the time this literally happened. I am not kidding. This literally happened before we went live. Because guess who saw it and retweeted it? Yeah. Kirsche herself saw it.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, there's a whole thing on, there's like a whole tag on YouTube with like Kirsche art, stuff like that. So to see that she commented and then retweeted it, I was like, wow. And right before we went live, that was crazy. She retweeted that right before we went live. And by the way, to those who saw that, thank you for the 600. And then to everybody who came to the short, by the way, thank you as well. Thank you guys as well. I made a little work doodle shorts, and I did joke about me being saying her name and me being canceled at the very end. It's because the whole drama regarding Kirsche is, I don't know how I can recap it in the best way. I don't know how I can recap it in the way that in the best way possible. So essentially, okay, how can I start? Where can I start with? So you know what? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna try my best to find some of my find some recordings. I was gonna react to an entire video kind of explaining the drama in its entirety. And we may do that later, but for background footage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the word doodle in itself. So you'll see my hand. There you go. So my hand will be so already this channel will be banned. Already this stream will be taken down for showing my hands, because apparently my hands is it's an age restricted. My hands are age restricted. So I'm gonna show my hand. I'm gonna show a picture of my hand drawing the whole thing. I'm black, by the way. So for those who don't know, I'm black, and yes, I'm left-handed. People don't know that about me, but I'm left-handed. So
wait, you're black?
Left-handed. So Kirsche, I'll give some background on her. I've seen her pop up a couple of times. I remember the first time was when during this stream, during a video from Rev Says Desu, another VTuber, was talking about how Kirsche was banned from this convention, and Rev and his wife, Darlingstrop, who's also a VTuber, a very popular VTuber, by the way, they both decided not to show up to the convention in protest, because it was unfair, unfair. Kirsche said clearly due to ideological purposes. It was clear to people really not gelling well with the organizers not being happy with the stuff Kirsche was saying on her channel and such like that. And then other than that, I saw her pop up a couple of times on Side Scrollers podcast. Of course, you guys know Stuttering Craig, of course, Side Scrollers, former Screw Attack. She would show up as a guest once in a while. So you were kind of going through a lot of other stuff, going through kind of different stuff around the gaming industry and such like that. When the whole situation with the whole thing with DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. Well, when people were starting to wake up, or people were starting to kind of catch on to what was going on with the whole DEI trend, there was another initiative. There was actually another initiative that was starting to surface called Bridge, which was basically a Trojan horse for, taking the initiative when it came to DEI and such like that, in media and such like that, and just basically turning it up to 11, and making it much more nefarious, making it much more, a lot of those kind of things, making a lot of stuff probably potentially worse as a fact. Well, the person who broke the story about Bridge and who did the person who actually talked about Bridge, who talked about the whole thing regarding their initiative, was Kirsche. She did an entire breakdown of what Bridge was, and of course in autistic detail. No, I'm saying it's a compliment, but she broke that down, and that kind of led to people within Bridge kind of going even more underground. Kind of the same thing you kind of see with Master the TDS, and with how Master TDS and his wife Ryan Raven of the Goth Therapy channel, and how they have been really exposing what has been going on with Sweet Baby Inc. and with all of the other a lot of stuff that is connected to, and all the kind of the nefarious connections to SBI in a way. Kirsche kind of did that with Bridge. Basically, it was Bridge is seen as a new DEI initiative. Since then, I didn't hear too much about her after that until this past couple weeks. A Vice reporter. let me just suffice this. Let me just suffice this, and I'll try to explain this the best way I can. Kirsche, I do enjoy her content. I'm not like subscribed to her, but I do see her videos from time to time. I do see her clips kind of pop up from time to time, and I don't. And for the most part, let's put it this way: I don't agree with her on all of her takes. But I do appreciate the fact that she is speaking out, and that she is, she's speaking out, that she's informing people. She's critical. She's clearly not in the same ideological camp as a lot of the mainstream media and journalists and such like that, and so she's been labeled as right wing, far right, VTuber and shit like that. Okay, and like I said, I don't support or agree with everything she says, but I will happily fight for her right to say it, and I still enjoy. Like for the clips that I did watch, I still enjoy her content. I still enjoy it. And that's like the general thing that I'm trying to say, especially with the person in the chat earlier. You can enjoy you can still be a fan of a creator. You can still follow a creator and not agree with them on everything. You can still enjoy someone's content and be critical of their takes. And I am totally, I'm for me, I don't agree with, I look at the way I look at Kirsche is that I look at her the same way I will and I appreciate, like I said, again, once again, thank you guys. I see all the Kirsche's fan base. Thank you guys for the follow. So subscribers like that. I appreciate that. I'm just saying, I look to her, and I'm being honest with you. I look to her in the same way that I look at people like Mark Kern Grums. I clearly, I will not agree with them on everything. Clearly, we're going to be at odds on a lot of on a good variety of things. However, I still appreciate what they do. I still appreciate what they do and their contributions and such like that. And for me personally, I do, and for what I've seen with Kirsche, I do enjoy her content and stuff like that. So there's that. I hope that clears it up. Hope that clears it up, guys, because I hope that clears it up to the people watching. Now, so this Kirsche has a history of very she is seen as controversial to a lot of eyes, to a lot of people, especially within the VTuber community. She is definitely seen as controversial. She is definitely seen as very polarizing, can be polarizing opinions. It can be definitely divisive, and she's been hit left and right. She's been slapped left and right, with labels and shit like that. Well, that I'm like that with RG and plenty of other people. Yeah, exactly. So, well, what happened was, I think this started about 2 weeks ago, and there was an attempted cancellation attempt from, of all people, Vice, specifically a Vice journalist named Anna Valens. This journalist is also a VTuber, apparently. And I think it came down to the fact, and I think a lot of it just came down to the simple fact that Anna Valens is mad that was jealous of the fact that someone who doesn't align with them ideologically is getting way more attention than they are. And they just wanted a target. They were looking for a target, And Kirsche, due to, how polarizing she, especially within the VTuber scene, was that target. A total of 3 slanderous hit pieces, and I think at this point it was blatant slander. 3 slanderous hit pieces were made on Kirsche in an attempt to get her, because she has sponsors such as like gamer subs and such like that. It was an attempt to get her sponsors taken away. Now, MamaBear, we have seen that many, many times. Considering our history in certain communities and such like that, we have seen that many, many times. At least I have, where
Yes, ma'am.
people will go out of their way to go after somebody, to get somebody's sponsorships taken away, get their funding taken away, get their funding taken away, get their livelihood taken away. We're kind of seeing that with I bring up one of the more recent things is the whole lawsuit between Smash JT and the former Kotaku senior editor and also the waitress at Applebee's. So it's nothing new. And they brought up a lot of the slanderous hit pieces, such as, the slander stuff, such as the whole Kirsche's opinions on the whole great replacement theory, a lot of stuff in the political sand, a lot of stuff in the the political side, very controversial stuff. And granted, yes, it is definitely I will agree, some of that may be an eye opener, especially for somebody like me who is black and such like that. But it's just, it is what it's not like that may be an eye opener to me. It's just like, it's this what it is, what it is. I just stopped caring anymore. This people's opinions is what it is. I don't agree with it, and I'm black. So, but I think that the one situation that started with the one situation that really kind of rose everything to surface, and what got me interested in wanting to see how this unfolds, was during the whole situation that happened a couple weeks ago, or earlier this month, or last month, like this month. Now, MamaBear, I'm going to warn you. I'm just going to warn you ahead of time. I know we don't talk about politics on this channel, but for this situation here, and I'm hoping that if you guys, people in the chat, can just correct me, if people can chat, can just at least give us some clarification when I try to explain this. Just understand, MamaBear, I'm going to be, it might be me being political and opinionated on this one, and I'm probably not going to win a lot of friends over. Okay, so I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay. Before you get started on that, there's one thing I want to touch on.
Yes.
There was a comment in the chat. No. It was by Neo. Here. So giving out criticisms is grounds to label somebody as a target. This has actually been going on for years, and it is one of those biggest pet peeves of mine. I have walked away from friends over it. In fact, it actually was something that happened to me last night, where if you give criticisms or a correction to what somebody says, they label you as a bully. They say you're picking on them. And I'm sorry, if your ego is that fragile that you can't handle being corrected, then social media is not for you.
Okay. Yeah. So Jay, no offense to you.
No, you can go ahead.
I'm not trying to knock you anything, but I can tell that you're clearly new to this space, because what you just said is basically what we've been seeing, what me and MamaBear have been seeing since 2016, 2017. In fact, that's kind of how me and MamaBear, in a way, that's kind of how me and MamaBear became friends. Through a shared group, shared movement, such like that, whatever you want to call it. But I saw this in comics. I'm seeing this in games where you have that kind of opinions, you have that kind of statements, and it's not so much as that you get name called, but people will go out their way to try to target you, to get rid of your funding, to cancel you on social media, to do all this, that, and the third.
Oh, I actually have been name called. I have been called a bully. I've been called toxic for correcting someone.
Yes, name called, but going out of
they're talking about something that is lore specific.
But going out of their way to actually try and hurt you through your personal life, through your sponsors, through your income, is something I will not
we've seen that too.
That is something I will not support, and that is definition of cancel culture. We've seen that.
Honestly, it's not okay. Whether you're name calling or you do take it to the point where you are trying to cancel,
trying to destroy somebody's life.
How they earn money.
You're just trying to destroy somebody's life.
Over an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You're too fragile. Get off social media.
Yeah, and it is. And Jay, I will tell you this right now. I remember stories. I remember stories, significant stories of, people being, harassed over an opinion to the point where they're trying to where they're trying to go out of their way to get somebody to game in themselves. And I saw 2 instances of that happening. The first one, his name was Al Coloca, and the second one was Ed Pisker. Off topic.
I mean, God, you can't be in the Snyder community without somebody telling you to self-delete.
Yep. Off topic, MamaBear. I said fuck the entire comic book industry after that situation went down. I legitimately said fuck this entire industry.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to support anything like
You
this.
and I have walked away from a number of groups over this kind of nonsense.
Mm-hmm. So let me go ahead and bring this up. Why I was interested in this, because Kirsche's opinions, and let me bring this up, and let me just bring this up right now. I
Knock yourself up.
I 100% agreed. Oh, sorry. Okay, so and off topic, and
Sean
this
wants
is what
to
got
know what a comic book industry is.
I know, right? No, but no, it was this one topic that I know that was one of the hit pieces was on, that why there was this whole cancel campaign. And to be honest with you, I agree with Kirsche 100% on this. And I agree with Asmongold 100% on this. And this topic is regarding the duality of GoFundMe campaigns. So you guys know. So you guys probably know the headlines. The tragedy of Austin Metcalf. Teenager was killed in teenager was stabbed to death in Frisco, Texas. By the way, I have a partial say on the matter because I grew up in North Texas, and I was about a 10-minute drive from Frisco before I moved out to California. I'm not kidding. I stayed in between. I forgot what it was, but I stayed. The last apartment that I stayed in before I moved out to California, I was living in between Frisco, if I'm correct, Frisco, North Dallas, Plano, and if I'm correct, Carrollton. It was in that area. It was in there around that turnpike, basically. So I've known people from Frisco, by the way. Frisco is very close to Plano, where I used to live up at as well. So I do have somewhat of a say on this matter. Now, Austin Metcalf, high school student, was stabbed to death, stabbed in the heart in a track meet by another high school student, Carmelo Anthony. You guys already know about that freaking situation. That's not relation to the actual basketball player Carmelo Anthony. Of course, you guys know the recent story that he is, despite, him being on bail, which he shouldn't be on bail, by the way. He shouldn't be on bail. Despite him being on bail, despite him being under house arrest, he's still going to be graduating. So Frisco ISD are complete cowards, in my humble opinion. The Metcalf family, especially, Austin's father, who was diagnosed with cancer, by the way, had to deal with so much shit this past couple of weeks. And there was a fucking GoFundMe set up to release Carmelo Anthony from bail. And I found that absolutely disgusting. And what was even more disgusting to me is the amount of BS excuses that I've been hearing that because Carmelo Anthony is black that we have to automatically support him. No, fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. At the same time, there was another situation. This happened at a playground with a woman named I think her name was Shiloh Hennick, if I'm correct. That went viral. Where Shiloh, if you guys can correct me in the chat what her name was, because that went viral. Well, Shiloh Henrik, if I can
Shiloh Hendricks.
Shiloh Hendricks, who went viral, basically
Hendricks. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes. She was caught in 4K. Basically, she was caught in 4K. Basically calling a 10-year-old kid a racial slur. That went viral, and of course, there's further context with the fact that the person who filmed that is apparently a predator of some kind, and she was just defending her child. She was basically just trying to protect her child. That was a horrible way to go at it. Well, her situation sparked a GoFundMe where I think it's close to the 1 million now. And the whole situation with this shit again, with the whole situation with the reason why there's two doing GoFundMe is because this is supposed to be this is apparently evidence of some kind of like race war going on. And Kirsche had this point, and I think Asmongold backed her up, and she basically stated that if Shiloh's GoFundMe needs to be if Shiloh goes funding needs to be taken down, then Carmelo Anthony's GoFundMe needs to be taken down as well. Yes, apparently the comments were locked on both GoFundMes, by the way. The comments were locked on both GoFundMes as far as if I can remember. Like I said, guys, chat, if you guys can correct me, make sure, so that way I'm trying to keep it on the chat and make sure you guys just make sure you guys can correct me if I got wrong. But I do agree that if Shiloh's GoFundMe it needs to be taken down for what she did, then Carmelo Anthony's GoFundMe needs to be taken down as well. There's no this is not a double. We're not going to do this double standard here. That if it's okay for one, but it's not okay for the other. And yes, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree 100%. What Shiloh did was wrong. That was not the way to do it. I agree. And I understand the situation she was in. But that was wrong. And frankly, that was a racist statement. We cannot deny that.
It was.
Her calling an 8-year-old kid or somebody the racial slur in that moment, a racial slur. Yeah, that was racist. Blatant. However, compare that to someone who murdered a teenager at a track meet in a spot at the track meet where he was not supposed to be there, and you're championing him like he's the next St. Floyd or some shit? Can you not see the freaking hypocrisy here? Can you not see that? I'm sorry. I'm getting heated on this. So, yeah, if one GoFundMe needs to be taken down because clearly the media and everybody's trying to turn this into some kind of race war with relation to both of these GoFundMes happening at the same time. If one GoFundMe needs to be taken down, then so does the other. You need to be freaking fair on this. Yes, calling a young kid a racial slur is blatantly racist, and it is horrible. But you want to compare that to a kid stabbing a rival teenager to death? You wanted to ask me what is worst? What would be worse? So Kirsche made that good point, and the reason I brought that up, Ron's bringing that up because that's where I started getting interested in what was going on. Because when Kirsche was bringing up that statement, that was where one of the hit pieces came from, because they tried to because then there was the attempts to try to label Kirsche as some kind of racist or something like that. And the statements from Anna Valens, and the statements from Anna Valens, a lot of it was, a good chunk of it was definitely slanderous, though. And a lot of it, a good portion of that was very slanderous, because it was not one, not two, but three hit pieces in trying to foster a campaign to get her sponsors taken down. To get her to lose her sponsors. This caused a huge hoopla in the VTubing scene, the VTuber community and such like that, where you're having these, popular like indie VTubers and such like that saying, I'm retracting my GamerSup sponsorship from as long as you have this particular VTuber as your sponsor. This gotten so bad to the point that a video game, a developer that Kirsche has supported, it's a game called Crime Boss Rock Day City. Very mediocre action title, but Kirsche was one of the ambassadors of that game. In fact, she was the only person the reason the game became popular was because she kept streaming it. She continued to stream that game, day in and day out. And she was a huge supporter of that particular game. Well, caving to pressure from the, the Twitter mob, whatever you want to call it, came into pressure from Twitter freaks and the journalists, especially the Vice journalists with those slanderous hit pieces. Crime Boss Rock Day City, basically, the developers cut all ties. They cut all ties with Kirsche. And as you wouldn't guess, due to Kirsche's status, due to how popular she is, it backfired horribly. The game was received with overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam and everywhere else because of them dropping Kirsche, who was the only reason that game it was popular the way it was. And Tobias Bracknell is bringing up the individuals who openly sensationalized their breakup with GamerSups could be counted on one hand, and mostly did it for clout. Yeah, which is we all can see was a bad idea. Done as and a lot of it was just done to get attention. Mm-hmm. A lot of it was done just to get attention. A lot of it was just this pompous virtue signaling. A lot of that was just done for attention. I think it was blatantly obvious. It was just done to just get clout, Kirsche became the topic of the day. She was trending on Twitter a couple of times with multiple cancellation attempts. With multiple attempts, more people trying to denounce her, trying to get the sponsors to denounce her and such like that. Crime Boss Rock Day City suffered a massive blow because them basically acting like the developers acting like cowards and not, and just falling on the kowtowing to the, kowtowing to the mafia, I guess you could say. It's kowtowing to the mafia. Well, Kirsche, and with a lot of the kind of the other situations, she didn't step down. Kirsche fought back. Like, the fact that she fought, and I think it's just the fact that she fought back was definitely part of the reason why she became much more popular, because she didn't take any of this lying down. She kept hitting back with and this was at the time that she had because she was supposed to be on a planned vacation. She was supposed to be on a planned vacation. And when all of this went down, and that was definitely a hassle for her to deal with. And as things went on, as things continued to fester, as things continued to go on, some things about the Vice journalist Anna Valens came up to surface. And some of those things is not some of that is not pretty, I'll say. Some of that is definitely not pretty. Now, we have to do this again, and I'm gonna have to bring this up again, because Anna Valens, they have a lot. Let me put it this way. Because I know I see MamaBear in the chat. Thank you, MamaBear. Let's put it this way.
Well, I had to respond to Power.
Okay. No. I just wanted, what I wanted to tell you was that it's the oldest trick in the book. It's the oldest saying in the book. Those who preach the loudest have the biggest skeletons to hide in their closet. And Anna Valens, this journalist for Vice, has some very big skeletons in their closet. So, oh boy, let's dissect this. I'm going to try to find. I have the infamous quote she made. But she has a history of. She definitely has a history of posts that Anna Valens has made, of Anna Valens's posts on Vice that are very questionable, I guess you could say. Very questionable shit.
The what now?
Yeah, she has very questionable shit, and of course I got to bring this up again.
Yeah.
Anna Valens is a member of the LGBT community, specifically the T community. And her vices, their vices are, you want to call us, the whole thing that people want to call us, prawn addicts and such like that. That whole thing when people want to call us prawn addicts and such like that. Yeah. It's projecting, because theirs is much worse, way worse. And I am going to send. I see Sean, I see it in the chat, and I am going to risk myself. That is a risk. I understand. I am risking the video being age restricted, but I do need to. I do want to play this audio, because this audio. This audio is I don't care what's I don't care what side I don't care what side I don't care what side of the aisle you want. I don't care what your orientation is. This is disgusting. This is disgusting coming from your mouth and coming from you. And you've been warned. That's all I'm gonna say. You've been warned because this has surfaced. Okay. So I'm putting a warning out there for everybody in the chat. If you got young kids if you got young kids watching this, they shouldn't be watching the show in the first place. But if you got youngins in the room, please tell them to leave. Please tell them to leave the stream right now. Please. If not, tell them to put headphones on and listen to something else, because this is disgusting. A disgusting statement. So, are you guys ready? You've been warned. This is directly from Anna Valens. This is the same person who wrote 3 hit pieces on Kirsche and tried to cancel her.
In the future, there are a number of institutions that emerge. If you are a trans girl or if you are trans feminine, you can go ahead and sign up for a reservation slot to an all-day access to one of many breeding facilities where you get to breed the shit out of that cis girl pussy. You can absolutely devastate that shit, fucking destroy it, murder it. It's done. Like, they have to cycle the girls out because that pussy is absolutely out of commission. And, now we have breeding saunas. We have breeding bookstores, breeding movie theaters. Those are really nice. You have breeding adult schools. You have breeding esports arenas. Very fun. This is something we're building. This is the future. This is what TERFs don't want. They understand that we're trying to build these breeding facilities. And it's really important for you to fund your local trans girl top who is absolutely destroying that good pussy right now. Like, you need to give her the funds because she is the future, But in the future that I want is I just want to live in a world where you can walk down the street and you don't even have to worry about whether you're going to be able to breed that good fucking macaroni in a pot puss. That's not a tall ask. And I think that's the future for all of us, is just destroying that pussy wherever you go, whenever you go.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was from the words of you. And if you don't get what's going on, I'm gonna explain. This is a tweet from 10 Cream Fox Girls on Twitter who documented this. So, Anna Valens, the vice editor who wrote hit pieces on Kirsche and Valor, after Valor rejected their application, admits to having P-word urges multiple times, openly fantasizes about putting biological women in struggle snuggle farms for exclusive uses by trans women, played Fall Guys, a game full of children on Steam with a vibrator in their behind to set to buzz when their character was touched by another person's character in game, then immediately privated and deleted that VOD when they were called out. Notable defenders include Invented, a serial harasser and doxer, Marina VT, who did a virtual striptease on Twitch in front of minors. Of course, we know about that was during that period when Twitch was allowing anything on their platform, basically, and for one day. Niara VT, who thinks children can't consent, and a disgraced former Kotaku senior editor and part-time waitress, Alyssa Mercante. And these are the people who want to slander Kirsche as a bad guy from WW2, right-wing fascist, or for some edgy jokes, and have been spamming her sponsors to drop her in an attempt to ruin her financially. And if you know nothing about Kirsche, I would be able to judge her by her enemies alone. You are disgusting. Your friends are disgusting. You are not welcome in this space. You never will be. We do not want you here. Get out. And the Marina one is all true, by the way. Just ahead, the whole thing with Marina VT, that is true. And this was the person who wrote 3 hit pieces on Vice. In fact, when this blew up, Anna Valens, who was constantly trying to get the sponsors to drop Kirsche, immediately suffered incredible amounts of blowback to a point where she was playing the victim. She kept trying to be a victim, acting like she's being the one who's being harassed, who's being slandered, when she is the one who was doing that. When she made this video public, when this audio recording was public, basically. In fact, it goes even further, and it is. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. This is disgusting behavior. This was a disgusting thing to say, disgusting thing to put up, and I think that somebody like Anna Valens does not represent the LGBTQ community. Actually, that's actually disgusting to make the community look even worse, especially with that. And these are all receipts that I'm not showing it on screen. These are all receipts here. But essentially what happened next was even with all of that, the hit pieces still kept coming. Other VTubers tried to harass Kirsche. Other people tried to harass Kirsche. One notable one is one that Rev Says Desu quoted, was bragging about Kirsche, being harassed and calling her a moon cricket. Apparently, it was some piece of shit VTuber, some wannabe VTuber, calling her some kind of melanated, some kind of like moon cricket is some kind of racial slur because Kirsche is white and such like that. And that backfired to the point where that VTuber lost their gamer they actually lost their sponsorship over that tweet. And they were bragging about how they're happy they don't have that sponsorship anymore because Rev Says Desu is a part of that sponsorship. So it was serious coping, serious disgusting amounts of coping going on there. But all of this went to a point where Kirsche decided that she had a cosplayer drop a letter to Vice's office. She actually had a cosplayer drop a letter to Vice's office, basically her saying that she is going to be taking legal action if they do not either Anna Valens is dropped from Vice or they remove those 3 hit pieces, because that's how far it went. Because that's how far the harassment and the attacks went. So Kirsche had none of it. She had a cosplayer, and she actually had the cosplayer photoed the cosplayer dropping off her letter to Vice, and it's an extensive letter. And I will put what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the letter in the chat, so that way I'm going to put the letter in the chat so that way you guys, if you guys want to see what the full letter is, I can't put it in the it's a little too long here, but I will put the full letter for Kirsche's letter to Vice in the chat. And that's where basically at this point Kirsche pretty much won. She pretty much won. She fought back real hard and won, because what happened next was that Vice removed every hit piece on her, every single hit piece. Vice removes all the hit pieces, and Anna Valens, she basically fucked off the Blue Sky, and then announced on Blue Sky that she was not going to be, she was not going to be making any posts anymore, basically. And she wrote that, yeah, and it's a damn well of a Google Drive doc, and she basically just 360 nose scoped. I know that's so, but yeah, it's a 360 nose scope. Just basically put Vice in their place, and yeah, not only did Vice have to, Vice basically had to retract. Well, it wasn't really retract their statement. They basically just had to take down all 3 posts, and the parties involved basically fucked off to Blue Sky because of fucked off to Blue Sky, like because they were acting like cowards, basically. What happened next was more stuff surfaced on Kirsche regarding more stuff surfaced on Anna Valens. And what happened, and basically, essentially what happened was that Kirsche was banned on Twitch for one day. The reason why was that she was reading some very degenerate, very spicy fan fiction that Anna Valens actually wrote, and she was banned on Twitch for a day. So that pushback was heavy on that one. So Kirsche, now she is this is the Streisand effect. It is the Streisand effect in its absolute form, basically, because Kirsche is now more popular than ever. You know, her channel, she's live right now. She's got like 4K people watching on like Twitter and YouTube, stuff like that. But no, she's Kirsche's bigger than ever, and a lot of it was just because she didn't back down. She did not back down at all. She pushed back real hard, and for that, just for that, I thought it'd be do a little nice drawing of that. I figured that would be a fun little drawing, to just because she was in the talk and it seemed that everything seemed to die down. Now from what I'm hearing is that there are some of the people who are still kind of coping and sieving. They're trying to find other ways to cancel Kirsche now, but I don't think that's just not going to hit. And because I think their attempts to has basically just it failed. It failed to backfire because Kirsche has a lot more supporters than Kirsche probably has so many more people supporting her than other people backing her. So yeah, that's kind of the Cliff's Notes. That's kind of the Cliff's Notes version, MamaBear, from what I've experienced, from what I've observed this past 2 weeks.
Okay.
So to everybody who followed me, I appreciate that. I know there's a lot of people who's stand with Kirsche and stuff like that. So really appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoy more of their content. And for me personally, I'm just happy to see that. I'm just happy to see somebody fight back and not take any of that shit lying down. And really cool that she did push back. Despite your opinions on stuff like that, a lot of it was very slanderous, and just I found Anna Valens's comments to just be more abhorrent, more disgusting. And it's like, you're writing 3 literal hit pieces. You wrote 3 literal hit pieces on one VTuber because what? Because they're more popular than you are? Because they don't side with, because they're not on the ideological spectrum as you are? and you see that as a threat, and you're thinking that, if you could take this VTuber down, then you will be more popular than that VTuber. Well, yeah, that didn't work. That's not going to work, Like there's some shit going on with what's the name? There's some shit going on with Doki Bird too. This shit, Doki Bird and Cat Liente. I blame Power. I blame Power for just always covering the VTuber stuff going on. But no, there's some stuff going on with Doki Bird and Cat Liente and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it was just that the Kirsche one was. I think the Kirsche one was just kind of. I think what I found interesting, because I guess Kirsche just falls into that independent side, and that she's around, she's around in the circles like, Stud and Craig, Yellow Flash, and stuff like that. And I've seen some of her stuff before, and I've seen her takes before. So it's just wanted to show my support and such like that. So that is the Cliff's Notes. I hope that I hope I explained everything as clear as I could, MamaBear.
Yeah, I think you did.
You're saying that's a movie in and of itself. That's a movie. I was like, you couldn't recreate. I don't think you could recreate that. I don't think you could recreate that situation even if you tried. But oh man, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, there you go. So there you go. In the meantime, I had this on the background. So you guys I did say in the short, if you guys want me to draw more VTubers down the line, I'll definitely consider it, especially if you guys want more. If you guys want to see some more, I might do. If there's enough interest, I might add another Kirsche post to the. I might add a Kirsche piece to the art batch or something like that, for something, just a quick one, so that way you guys. Something like just a quick sketch or something like that. So there you go. That's the whole. I hope I explained. I hope to people watching, to the fans watching, I hope I thoroughly explained my reasoning and everything. I hope I explained that. I hope that was a good breakdown of everything. So yeah, that was very interesting. So chat, should we ask the chat real quick? Should we just kind of see what the chat is?
I think we need a palate cleanser.
I think the chat needs. I think we need a serious palate cleanser here. So,
holy shit! I think I need a palate cleanser.
Just be okay. Here's the thing, MamaBear. Just be happy I didn't show any of those posts, by the way, or showed any of the clips. All you heard was the audio. Okay, just be happy I didn't show any of her actual posts, because those are even disgusting. But using.
Yeah, no, I'm grateful that you held back.
Yeah. I think for YouTube's sake, I'm kind of glad I held back on this one, because I probably would have said something real nasty that probably would have got me in trouble on YouTube. So, but I don't think I can ever look at Fall Guys the same way again, because you freaking using it as a. It's just disgusting. And of course I saw I see the name of our favorite former Kotaku senior editor, who is
not even going there
for attention. By the way, she had a video. By the way, she had a YouTube video trying to like call out her people who harassed her, and her video was taken down for violating terms of service. I'm like,
good,
bruh. Oh my god. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Okay, you guys do need a palate cleanser. Okay.
Yes.
What do you say we I go for? What do you say? Let me show you guys. Let me get excited for once. Let me show you guys something I'm really, really excited about right now. and we're gonna try to do a full breakdown here. Okay, I am.
Jesus.
429,000 views, 22,000 likes, 603 dislikes. I am beyond hyped. I said this before. I am beyond hyped for this. If you guys do not know, one month. Just one more month, baby. Just one. We got 18 people. We got 18 people watching. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
hold on a second.
We had 8 people jump in after you had finished that discussion.
Okay, good. We got
Jesus.
18 people watching. Guys, do me a favor. Do me just one little favor.
Hey, if you're enjoying this program, please smack that like button and make it jiggle.
And smack that subscribe button if you want to see more art content from Makini. Thank you so much, and hope you enjoy the show.
Later.
I will never get tired of that, by the way. the fact that it's all in 2D and somebody drew that frame by frame.
My voice does go nicely with that. And thinking of, he did create a new soundbite as well.
You want me to play it, don't you?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
All right. Should I play it again?
Yes.
Maybe I need to make a new emoji for Ada Ada. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a got emoji. Okay.
Let me try muting this. Do it again.
Okay, fine.
Do it again.
Like that. There you go.
Yeah, we were getting an echo.
There you go. How about now? Is that good enough?
Better.
Is that enough? Good enough. Are your neurons already activated, everybody? Is everyone's neurons activated yet? That was a very stretchy. I'm going to say that fabric. Fabric. That fabric and the recoil on that one. Ryan Kenny's like butt face. Ryan Kenny, are you saying you want to be sat on? Are you saying you want to be sat on? Is that what it is?
Man, we did used to say step on that like button.
You want to stuff your face. And I think some people in the chat want to stuff their face in that clip. Yada yada is the male version of that, by the way.
Is that the female version of the sister leveling protagonist's hubba hubba voice?
Oh no, we're not going into bro. Tobias, we are not going into sister territory, okay? We're not going into that big sister territory, okay? Besides, I got a clip just for that, by the way.
Ah, I see you missed your big sister. You're so cute.
Listen, you call me. Listen, I've said this before. Gooner is not. Gooner is officially not a derogatory term anymore. We wear that proud. We're proud of it. I got proud Gooners in my chat. Don't you start. DOJ, how dare you, bro? Bro, how dare you?
Stepbrother, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
I'm thinking about that racist Chinese commercial. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Hey, for the record, I like the Italian one better.
There's an Italian one better. I'm sorry.
The Italian one's better.
This is so
the commercial.
We can play them both.
This black dude here a Chinese.
I never get tired of them. I never get tired.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, that's racist, but it's funny as hell. I'm sorry.
No. Racist but funny as hell was Mark with a C's reaction when he first saw that commercial. The Korean or Japanese one.
It was the Chinese commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Asian one. Yeah. He's like,
I know.
It was something along the lines of, things do shrink in the wash. Can't hear the sound.
Oh my god. Oh boy, buddy.
I can't unmute it. Look at him. He's so fine though. Oh my god.
Bro. I'm sorry, but by default, I have to play Okuyasu.
Okuyasu! I heard it as clear as day. This sick fuck said the N-word. I just remembered I have a meeting at 8:30. You're racist!
I'm sorry. Yes.
No. When they showed this on the Dark Council, Mark with a C's reaction was something along the lines of things do shrink in the wash. Now you have to play the Italian one though.
Oh, what's the Italian one?
Okay. There's an Italian one.
Yeah, it's a reverse one. I was like,
yes.
Is it this one? I think it's this one. Okay.
Yep.
I was like, this is how you combat racism. Ew.
And it does actually have the same music. Not that we can hear the music for either one of this.
Yeah, you going in the washing machine, not with that. Bruh, you get in the wash. No.
Get in there. Oh yeah, it is.
Funny. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. Stop. Okay, you guys need the palate cleanser. This is the palate cleanser I want now.
I think that's the first time Ryan's seen it. The Italian one.
You know what? DOJ. Nigga. Stop it.
For obvious reasons, I do prefer the Italian one, but the guy in the other version is the before guy in the other version is actually very cute. And I think we lost Maki because I can't hear him no more. Oh.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, we back. coming back, boys. Oh,
Eve,
I'm so excited.
I've been waiting for you.
Do you have good news?
I do.
よくやったわ。訓練より動けてた。大家曾经都在一起，但现在
All that pain. I'll put an end to it.
Everybody's got a story. World being how it is. I think I'd already given up by now.
It'll be very different from the monsters you've faced so far.
Yeah. So June 11th, that's in 2 weeks time. That's about 2 weeks time. PC requirements. It is going to be on PC. It is coming to PC in 2 requirements. I already have it in my card. I have the complete edition in my card, by the way. So the complete edition, this is the specs. Intel Core i5 7600, 16 gig RAM, GeForce 1060 or AMD RX 580, 75 gigs of space, low 60 frames per second target, HDD supported, SSD recommended, solid state drive, which I have that. If you're the recommended specs is 36 AMD Ryzen 5 3600, 16 gigs RAM, NVIDIA GeForce 2060 Super, Radeon 570 XT, 75 gig space, 1440 graphics quality preset, 60 frames per target. SSD is required. It is going to have uncapped frame rate, a lot of DLSS options, the whole shebang. I am 100% confident in saying my PC can run this. My PC can definitely run this, and of course, because it's on PC, that means the mod support is going to be on another level. We're going to see. There's already one account I follow is already having a Discord set up just for the mods, because we know the kind of shit that Nexus mods will ban and allow and such shit like that. So on top of that, the complete edition will have everything from the base game. It will have both expansions. It will have both expansions for Eve and for both expansions from Nier and from Nikkei. The edition, it is PSN sign-in requirement on Steam if you want to get the exclusive Planet diving suit. However, that is a suit that you can actually get in-game later. So there really is no need for a PSN. There really is no need to sign in with your PSN ID. The downside is that there is apparently there is de novo anti-cheat software. You guys know how we feel about de novo here. De novo's a piece of shit, so you know that that game's going to be cracked on day one.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be that's going to be cracked on day one. That's going to be cracked on day one, and I bet you there's probably going to be mods that's going to get rid of de novo out of game, because this is a single player only title. The Nikkei costumes, I don't know how many is it going to be there aside from the original, aside from the initial 6 of Rappy, Anise, Scarlet, Dorothy, Marion, and Alice. However, there are 2 additional boss fights. Man, who is the protector of the who is the guardian, who is the guard for the protector of Eidos, of Zion. That is a boss fight, and apparently Scarlet from Nikke is also a boss fight, an additional boss fight, which explains a new stage. And to top it all off, they're updating. This is also going to be an update for the PS5 version, PS5 console, PS5 versions as well. And that update will also come with 25, and I repeat, 25 new costumes. Which, what we're gonna do is that we, FPS Prince, did a really good breakdown of the costumes that we did see in the costumes that we did see.
How's it going, guys? Hope you're all doing good. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to play the new DLC and also getting the new outfits we're getting. PlayStation just updated their website for Stellar Blade, and regarding the upcoming DLC collaboration with Goddess of Victory Nikki, as you can see here on the page, we got a high picture resolution of Scarlet from Nikki.
First off, I'm gonna show you one thing, okay? So MamaBear, I'm gonna show you this real quick. This is first off, this is Scarlet. This is Scarlet in Nikke. Okay, this is her design. I don't feel a full image. I need a full image of Scarlet. Scarlet is essentially she's a member of the Pilgrims. She's one of the in fact, she's one of the OG. She's one of the original Goddess Squad members. She is very known. She speaks Arthurian. She has a very Arthurian dialect with how she talks. Arthurian dialect. This is her outfit. This is her design. This is her initial base design. One of the more very, very detailed designs. Oh my goodness.
What?
Holy. You only see her in 2D, right? You only see her in 2D. I'm gonna see if I can find a bigger image of her. I need to you because you need to understand here. You need to understand. Because you don't understand. Because this is okay. Let me see if I can find a large image. I need a big image because you guys need to see what Scarlet looks like. Okay. This is Scarlet, how she looks in game. This is Scarlet, how she looks in the mobile title.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
She's beautiful.
Just, oh my.
What? Oh my God.
Oh, she looks pretty. Oh, he got every single bit of detail. Oh my goodness, she looks amazing in game. Because it's Shift Up, because it's the same developers. It's basically 2 games collabing with each other. It's 2 of their own games collabing with each other. So every Nikke outfit in Stellar Blade is basically a 1-for-1 creation. It's 1-for-1 down to the exact detail. And this is stunning. I want a wallpaper of this. Like, seriously.
Grumpy says this requires a bonk on behalf of all of us.
No. This is an oh my God for us all. No. This ain't a bonk. This is beautiful. This shit's beautiful. No, Grumpy. This is beautiful.
In this add-on expansion for Stellar Blade featuring Goddess of Victory, Nikki, the Warrior Scarlet has arrived from Shift Up's hit third-person shooter mobile app to challenge you in a one-on-one showdown for the ages.
Yeah.
Only by defeating this new boss can you claim a new costume, hairstyle, and a song for Eve as a reward.
That's awesome.
Put your trigger finger to the test in sci-fi shooting range mini-games and visit the new shop owned by Goddess of Victory Nikki's faithful robotic dog, Vault, which sells variety of theme outfits, items, and cosmetics. or take a break from a hectic action and enjoy a spot of fishing to see if you can reel in 6 collectible Goddess of Victory Nikki items. So there you have it, guys. For what I'm getting is, there's a new boss called 30 of theme outfit.
So the DLC will include 6 new outfits from Nikke. Scarlet herself will be a boss fight, which explains the new area. You are getting, not only that, you are getting Nikke-themed items, including a separate mini game where you can claim even more items as well. That is insane. It's basically what they did with the Nier. It's basically what they did with the Nier Automata collab, where they're adding so much shit in it, where they added way more than just 2B's costume. They've added so many different items, cosmetic items for Eve based on Nier Automata. And they're doing the same thing with Nikke. So I am beyond hype for this. I am absolutely beyond hype. But here's more.
So there you have it, guys. For what I'm getting is, there's a new boss called Scarlet from Nikki. Defeating her, you can claim new outfits and hairstyles and song. And there will be a minigame shooting range where probably you have to get a certain amount of points to get the outfit. Or it could be collecting a certain amount of points of the new currency to use them to buy the new outfits and accessory in the new shop with that robotic dog called Vault.
Yes.
And if this shop is in the new fighting area or in Siam, we will see. And we can also get 6 other Nikki collectibles. Could be outfits or accessories, and to get these is by fishing.
I'm just like,
now, if this is fishing by the Great Desert or in the new,
it's more than 6 characters though. I'm hoping it's more. I'm hoping we get more outfits though. But it is what it is. But one thing I want to share with you, MamaBear, I want to show you the chat is that FPS Prince did a little. He did a little breakdown of all of the new outfits. And he played the trailer in slow motion because a lot of outfits were just kind of like a blinking you miss it. Some of the outfits are recolors. Admittedly, there's some outfits that are kind of recolors, but one thing that I like that Sour Blade does with the recolors though is that they add new patterns to them. They add different patterns. They add or take away additional things, additional parts of like the recolor outfits, basically.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel like they're more than just recolor. This one, I showed this on Twitter. I posted this to the Twitter. I posted this to the community tab. This is one of the outfits I'm excited for because this is based off of one of the 2 guards. There's a series of guards when you enter Abyss and Altesse Lavoir. There are 2 guards standing outside that have this unique really cool design. And in fact, I actually saved it in one of my wallpapers here. Let me open this up. Let me open up my wallpaper real quick. It is, if I can find it, it is this one right here. These are like mini bosses you have to enter in just so you can enter in Abyss and Altesse Lavoir. And there are 2 of them. Oh, sorry, I just accidentally closed it out. There are 2 of them, and they're wearing this really. Why did I hit the wrong button again? Sorry. I'm trying to put F11. Okay, so these are 2 characters, and they're basically sisters, and they have this really sick looking outfit that I'm like, man, I want this outfit in game. Like, this is such a cool design, especially with how futuristic their cape is draped over like that. It's all holographic. It is like, and I'm so freaking happy that I'm so happy to see that we're getting an actual outfit like that. I was like, that is really, really cool, though. You're going to see a lot of new outfits, though. You're going to see a lot of more than just recolors. A lot of thought gets put into a lot of these outfits. You can see that they just take a lot of parts from, other different outfits and kind of put them together. I love that. It's like her planet. It's basically her standard outfit, but she has this really cool looking jacket on top of it. This one is basically a black and white pinstripe recolor of the two of her daily outfits that were introduced in one of the previous updates. Riot Kitty, thanks for being here. Hope to see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. This one over here. I think this is a recolor of
Hold on, I can't hear you.
Sorry, you can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Over the music? No.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me turn that down. Okay. So that.
I know.
Okay.
I know you. I know you talking, but.
Okay. So yeah, like this said, this is done in slow motion, but this is going to be an absolute blast to kind of, try to unlock a lot of these new outfits, especially when I'm seeing like multiple Chinese dresses as well, and like I said, a lot of this, and as I said, a good portion of these outfits are recolors, but they do a really cool job with introducing more elements to their recolors, though, like little more extra details that's kind of separate it from the standard outfit. So yeah, I'm gonna be having the time of my life going through all the new outfits here, including including a lot of the new diving suits and such like that, because there is actual. Is that an oh my god chat? Is it okay? What is that? What do we classify this, MamaBear? What is that?
You know what? Let's go with Grumpy. And oh my god, in a bonk.
You want a bonk? Okay. You know what? You're gonna get a bonk. That's a bonk right there. That outfit is a bonk. That's a bonk. That particular dress is a straight up bonk, but also, yeah, I gotta agree. That's oh
my god.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Just it's just like you gotta admire just like the sheer amount of just like I still want to do a video. When it's all said and done, I still want to do a video going over my favorite costumes in this game. And because there's too many, I just have too many. There's simply too many costumes in this game, and I'm looking forward to what they can do with the mods, because I think the modding scene, we're going to see a lot of. I think what we're going to see a lot of creativity, like serious amounts of people really flexing. Modders really flexing this stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, I'm gonna be double dipping. I want to get the PS5 complete edition, especially if there is a physical release. If there's a physical release for PS5, I am getting that. If there is, I will be getting the complete edition for Steam. Unless you guys want to gift it to me. You guys want to gift that to me. But as we can see more of this just in slow motion, man. It's really hard to have one hand. You know what? Hold on a second. Bring that no. Bring that comp back up. You, sir. Sorry. I'm sorry. You've been good. This entire channel. You've been good this entire show, but Sir, you getting the bonk. Where is it? Yeah, sir,
He gets a bonk.
Sir, you get. Excuse me.
Yes.
What are you talking about, Sean?
What if you went to the club and all the women cosplayed as different suits of Eve?
I'm not sure what you're trying to get at, boy. Bro, that's the third time I played this right now. That's the third time. Especially this is the second time with you saying something. I had to give you that stare. What are you getting at? I'm very. What are you trying to get at, Sean?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
We all need a bar from time to time. Grumpy.
You're not wrong. Hey. A good bonk, does help you feel better.
You know what, Jay? You know what? You know what? You're gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. All y'all gonna stop right now. Okay? I'm gonna appreciate this. Jesus Christ. I think this probably might be my favorite one. Just because that just looks stunning. This is
okay. He wants to know if you were in a club and everyone was cosplayed as Eve, which one would you talk to? I think he's got the exact same expression as we see on the screen.
Just I need to, you know what? Just know what? Fuck you, man. Just fuck you. You know what? I'm just gonna give you this. I'm just gonna give you this. That's just my response. There you go. That's my response. There you go. That's just my simple response. In fact, I'm gonna use that as I'm gonna need to upload that and save that as one of my clips.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fucking response right there. There you go. Answers. All right, go play.
Hey man, we know he has a short stack arm.
What y'all trying to get at here? Okay, what's this here? What's this? This is the most time I gotta play this. I gotta play this again now. Where's my damn clip? Man, I can't even find my damn clip right now.
See, now it's your turn to break them.
What are you getting at? What are you getting at? Okay. What are you getting at? You know what, Ronnie? I don't need water to cool me down. All right, I'm already cooled down as it is, bro.
Hey, DJ Ronnie G. You know you like it.
No, I am. By the way, I think this is a pre-order costume. This is a white variant of her planet diving 5th suit as well, which that is. Good Lord, that is stunning. I'm being all right. Like, yes, do I own this game already? Yes, I own this game. Yes, I'm on my 4th playthrough. I'm on my 4th playthrough. It's going to be a 5th one for the PC launch. Yes,
See, that's cute.
I love this. I love this game. I mean it. I legitimately mean
I
that.
have no idea what the bottom half of it looks like, but that one with the
I
sweater,
think
so
we're going
cute.
to find out. I think we're going to find out just because I'm looking forward to seeing what all the new costumes are going to be.
Oh, eventually.
I really am seeing what I really want to see what the new costumes are going to look like. I think we're going to have a full breakdown of all new costumes, man. But God, just everything.
Like Tobias is clearly a man that shares your heart. Because the first thing he said when we showed this is he can't wait to see what the mods look like.
Bro, the mods are gonna be
clearly. It's a man after your own heart.
I'm gonna have to move some space out for Cyberpunk. bro, I can't imagine, man. Is this gonna be the next because I said Cyberpunk is like the next Cyberpunk is the new Skyrim when it comes to modding. And I'm like, is Stellar Blade going to get that same amount of treatment, man? Because I legitimately mean that I cannot wait to see what people will come up with, what characters that Eve as that would really that would just really enhance the experience, man. I'm loving everything. I'm loving it. And damn well that and I think that the first mod, I'm confident when I say this, I think one of the first mods that's going to be made once the PC launches is going to be a mod that uncensors all of the costumes from the initial base from 1.0. So for those who don't know, I did 2 playthroughs of Stellar Blade on the channel. You can find them. The first playthrough I did was the uncensored day 1 patch version. This was before, essentially, my first playthrough of Stellar Blade on the channel was before the 1.0 day 1, before the day 1 patch. I had to jump through a couple of hoops, and it had to require a physical copy of Stellar Blade for it to work. But apparently some of the costumes, 1 or 2 of the costumes were censored after the day 1 patch, and of course the stupid hard R graffiti was changed after the day 1 patch, basically. So we played the original. And then the funny thing about Stellar Blade before the day 1 patch dropped was that there was very little bugs. I'm serious. There was very little bugs on the launch before the day 1 patch. That is a refreshing thing to see when it comes to because games are always released. Because nowadays you have games that are just released as buggy messes and they're just going to patch it out later. No, Stellar Blade before the day 1 patch had very little to no bugs whatsoever. It was already but on a technical standpoint, it was already well made. The game was already well made from a technical standpoint before the day 1 patch. So that I think that speaks a lot more volumes that they really put so much care, that Shift Up put so much freaking care to make sure this game worked well even before a patch. And before the DLC, and I'm going to say this right now, before the DLC, it felt like a full experience. The game, it never felt like you were missing content. And in my 4 playthroughs so far, I never felt like I was missing any content. It felt like the DLC felt like what it was. It felt like truly additional content to a game that feels complete. Like in its base, Stellar Blade feels complete. It feels like a complete game. And I think that's so solely missing nowadays, you know? And the fact that they used an older version of Unreal Engine. All of this is done on Unreal Engine 4. This is on past technology, and yet it looks next gen. And yet a lot of it looks more next gen than the games that run on the current gen consoles that run on Unreal Engine 5. This looks next gen to me. And not only like you look at GTA, you look at GTA 6, right? And that looks next gen. GTA 6 looks truly like a next gen title. Stellar Blade to me looks like a next gen title, despite the fact that it's using despite the fact that it's using an older engine in and of itself. So there's no telling what's gonna happen. There's no telling what Shift Up is capable of when we get at that announcement for Project Witches, which is Shift Up's next title after a Stellar Blade. So, and they're going to be using Unreal Engine. I think they're going to be using Unreal Engine 5 for their next game. And if that's the case, this is going to be fucking beautiful. This game's going to be fucking beautiful on Unreal Engine 5. This is gonna be photorealistic. Well, in a way, this is gonna be fucking photorealistic on Unreal Engine 5. By the way, just I love it. I'm so beyond hype for this. There's a couple other. I'm just gonna do a quick fire. I just want to do a real quick fire topic. Ubisoft is AC Shadows did not. Okay, let's let me see. Let me see where I grab it from. Was it Smash GT? Let me check. I'm thinking it was Smash GT who made the point. Okay, so Yasuke, you know the Yasuke similarity came in. AC came and went like a fart in the wind. AC Shadows came and went like a fart in the wind, and now Ubisoft, it's not the win that you think it is. This is coming from Smash JT. So AC Shadows is a flop. Not that anyone who's been paying attention is really that surprised. Ubisoft's self-declared quadruple A games are fielding fewer concurrent players than the older one, AC Odyssey. You can see the numbers here. Shadows is much less players than a game from 2018. Let that sink in for a minute. A brand new, heavily marketed blockbuster franchise with an entry with a Hollywood budget rumored to have reached potentially upwards of 800 million. 800 million. You mean to tell me that this was 800 million? 800 million, and it took what, 3, and it had a 3-hour, a 2 to 3 hour credits, end roll credits, because it had over 3,000 developers. When you have a game formerly made by Ubisoft developers called Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and it has 3 million copies already. And its physical release is already sold out. I will be playing Expedition 33 at some point. It peaked. Shadows peaked at over 76,000 players over the May 10th weekend, and Odyssey hit 7,800 players in a 24-hour window. Let that sink in for a minute. This isn't just embarrassing, it's hitting rock bottom. We all saw this day coming eventually. I'm just shocked by how fast this approached. One of the biggest reasons for this catastrophic failure is Ubisoft's reckless obsession with DEI over quality storytelling. That is true. Just AC Shadows has been under so much controversy even before launch. Like me and Sean, I remember, me and Sean, it was supposed to be released during Black History Month, and that was going to be the perfect window for me and Sean to just farm the shit out of AC Shadows content until it got moved to March, which I was very disappointed. But we've been covering the AC Shadows debacle since last year, and this game is a mess. It is a complete mess. The online backlash isn't limited to myself either. Relentless nearly across the board. Ghost of Tsushima having only 100. Ghost of Tsushima probably having a smaller budget compared to, Yasuke. Yasuke. But it is bloat. It is complete bloat. And, Reddit, the Steam forums, Reddit, and even Ubisoft's own community spaces are full of players abandoning AC Shadows and reinstalling games like Black Flag and Origins. Most have agreed that AC games are just superior in every way. Those AC games are just superior than Shadows. For those claiming it's all because of Ubisoft Connect, that excuse doesn't hold. Even Ghost of Tsushima, a PlayStation exclusive, was trending higher in the conversation and interest. The game is incredible, and yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is incredible, and there's still excitement for Ghost of Yote. We'll just see how it turns out. But this should be a wake-up call to Ubisoft. They have proven time and time again that they'll learn from their mistakes. It's beyond embarrassing, but nothing new these days for them. The insistence on pushing ideology over immersive gameplay has alienated their fan base and made AC a household name. Those numbers speak for themselves, and Shadows here is shaping up to be the most expensive PR disaster in franchise history. Can't say gamers alike did warn them. At this rate, it's obvious the elephant in the room is questioned. How long can Ubisoft keep ignoring their audience before the investors can finally revolt completely? And keep in mind, AC Shadows, Ubisoft only touts that it's the highest selling AC game and such like that, but it also touts that it has the highest engagement of 3 million concurrent players. Yet they keep dodging the question of, what about sales? How did the game do sales wise? Still crickets. When you have Expedition 33 that broke 3 million copies sold, not 3 million players engaged, 3 million copies sold. How many of copies sold was AC Shadows? And yeah, Sean, I've heard what's going on with Doom: The Dark Ages. It seems to have a rough launch. It seems to have a rough launch, especially on Steam. So we'll see if it could bounce back from that. Now, there's one more topic I want to go over, and this is an older topic, but I figured this was important. This is concerning. This is concerning Thomas Mahler. Lords, this is Thomas Mahler. You guys know as Ori, the developer of Ori and the Will of the Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and of course, No Rest for the Wicked developer. He has been in some Thomas Mahler has been in some Thomas Mahler had his own kind of smear campaign going on with his title No Rest for the Wicked. So Thomas Mahler is a very beloved Thomas Mahler is basically a beloved developer in the beloved developer in the industry. And he has a whole tweet thread about it. If I just remember what his freaking developer's name was. If I can remember how to spell his name on Twitter. But his studio, High Moon Studios, is a single developer. Thomas Mahler. Okay, here we go. If you guys are not following Thomas Mahler on Twitter, please do so. So Moon Studios, they are working they've been working back and forth with updating No Rest for the Wicked, but they have had they've hit a milestone here. They hit a huge a problem point essentially. So Steam, so we'll start with this. Steam is a double-edged sword when it comes to user review. User reviews is very important on Steam. Okay, user reviews is very important on Steam.
Mhm.
And it can also be a double-edged sword because the way Steam calculates their user reviews, they post the most recent ones up, but it's not curated. Essentially, some of the most recent reviews that you will see on Steam is before, say, in No Rest for the Wicked's case, they received a lot of criticism for one of their recent updates, and they did a fix, right? So they fixed it, but the negative user reviews are still up there. Essentially, what that means is they kind of curate all of the recent reviews, but it's never curated based on updates on the states of the game. So when a new patch is dropped, a lot of those old negative reviews are still up there. And that's coming from the recent, the latest patch, coming from the oldest patch before it was patched up. That is a problem for a small dev team like High Moon Studios, is because, you know, those user reviews are a huge gauge on how their game is successful. And if they're seeing that it's mixed to negative, that's going to look bad on them. So what Thomas Mahler did, and I think he had the right idea. It's just the way he kind of worded it on his own on the official Discord for High Moon for his game. He asked players to leave if you enjoy the current state of No Rest for the Wicked. Please leave a positive feedback on Steam, or else we may not be around anymore to continue to fix the game.
Mhm.
Yeah, it kind of worded it the wrong way. Essentially, is that it gets what he's saying is that what he wanted was that he wants people who like, everybody who likes the game, who likes the current patch, to leave a positive review, so that way on Steam it shows as mostly favorable reviews instead of the negative reviews. It basically overrides the negative reviews from the recent patch, basically.
Yeah.
The reason I bring this up is because a journalist took what he said out of context and wrote a hit piece saying that High Moon Studios is going to close down if they don't get positive reviews. Basically sound like Thomas Mahler is farming for positive spin on the game, when that is not what he was trying to say. And it went into this back and forth spat where he called out the developer, he called out the journalist for it, and especially when they are just a small team. Basically, it's a small team of only like 30 people. It's just that the way he worded it, basically. And he put these posts here that, you know, his team has been soaked in controversy since day one, because Thomas Mahler, he speaks, we've covered Thomas Mahler multiple times on this channel before, and all of it's positive. But he's very pro-consumer. Let's just say that. I won't say that, he supports, Gamergate or whatever. He's very pro-consumer. It's just that he's very, very pro-consumer. And he does speak out against a lot of the anti-consumer stuff that goes on in the industry, especially from an ideological perspective. He got in hot water for basically stating that his games, High Moon Studios, is apolitical to the core. We are not involved in any politics. We don't take a side. What we focus on is making good and fun games. And he got attacked by the Access Media for it. And in this instance, he was he went on a very long rant, and I'll put his Twitter post in the chat so that way you guys can read it in full. But essentially going off explaining that, they messed up in what they said, but they still stand by what they said, and they're being called bad guys from WWE2, racist, sexist, every single trick every single buzzword in the freaking book. And they're a small team. They're doing their best. And just because he doesn't toe the line, like other devs and such like that, he's getting attacked for it. And he went off. He went off to really good. But it was for a good reason though. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this comment. I'm going to read this particular thread aloud so you can get an understanding. I find it positively shocking that we have games journalists write scathing articles about us lurking in our own Discord channels, literally trying to pick apart any sentence that I'm posting in order to create a controversy. But when I post information like this that you would think would generate a huge reaction, since I'm making actual allegations that have been verified by high-profile members within our industry and over the last 3 years, not a single one of these journalistic outlets picks up on it, not even to make us look bad. It's amazing how blatantly obvious all of this is. One would think that some journalists should do some research now. Oh, someone would try to chase the truth and follow the money. But nope, when it comes time for journalists press to actually show some journalistic integrity, none can be found. Though that's honestly a shameful display, and if journalistic values would mean anything to these outlets, heads should be rolling around right now. These are news outlets, gamers, and reading. They pen words a lot, and a lot of you don't believe, and I've never seen a more blatant display of actual journalistic integrity than that isn't a thing in the gaming press. First off, Thomas Mahler, that is, let me give you the obligatory. Don DeMarco. First off, that's a Don DeMarco. Yeah. Taking what he said out of context, constantly spinning hit pieces instead of, actually reporting what he's actually saying, what he's actually trying to mean. And when he actually makes those corrections, show proof, there's nowhere to be found. This really he really went heavy on this one, and it worked though. Yet it worked. It worked because when the patch was made, when they made the patch, when they made the update, the next update, everybody came out in droves to update their reviews on Steam. And now, if you look for, let's take a look at No Rest for the Wicked. You are looking at very positive to mostly positive reviews on Steam. Thomas Mahler, congratulations. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that although we all appreciate the Steam reviews, the user reviews on Steam, that can be a double-edged sword. It is very important that look at the patches though, that Steam reviews definitely do need to be kind of curated by patch updates, because these are reviews of the most, because what the negative reviews might possibly not be the most recent patch that that was already fixed, that was already stuff that was already addressed. So hats off to Thomas Mahler and the rest of the High Moon Studios, and props to him for continuing to speak his mind on stuff in the gaming industry, and and he's willing to. And I think who else was the other developer that got, not Path of Exile, but God, I'm drawing a blank right now. No, another developer got in trouble with the Access Media, where they asked, if they should bring back male and female instead of having body type 1, body type 2. They did. Industry got unhappy with it. Even their own Discord kicked them out of their own Discord, calling them, fascists and everything like that, just for listening to player feedback. Which just shows how much of an echo chamber Reddit is, especially Blue Sky too. But No Rest for the Wicked is an ARPG. It has a gorgeous art style, very similar to what we saw with Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Thomas Mahler is a beloved developer. I think he is from Eastern Europe. I think he's Polish. I'm not just double check on that. But No Rest for the Wicked is on Steam. It's early access, so hopefully it should be out of early access real soon. If you guys do like what you see, Lords of the Fallen, thank you, Tobias. Thank you so much. Tobias, sir, Tobias, I am going to give you a Don DeMarco just for that.
Don DeMarco.
Thank you. Lords of the Fallen. Thank you. Lords of the Fallen. That's what I was thinking of. CY Games. Thank you. CI Games. Yes. Thank you. I was like thinking to myself, Lords of the Fallen. I was like thinking of Path to Exile. No. And check out check out Lords of the Fallen as well. If you guys want to check out No Rest for the Wicked, it's on Steam. If you want, I'll definitely try it, early access wishlist it. If you are playing Lords of the Fallen, No Rest for the Wicked, and you're liking the update and you're liking what you're playing, make sure to leave a positive review on Steam, so that way it doesn't so that way any of the negative reviews from previous patches don't just show up at the very top, So I just want to send a quick shout out to Thomas Mahler, No Rest for the Wicked, stand their ground, guys. And I think we're seeing a lot. I think that's what we've been seeing a lot today, is just people standing their ground, people staying true to themselves, and people not backing down from creating what they want to create, or standing by their own beliefs, and not letting the mob, not letting other side of the aisle try to, bring them down or try to ruin them or whatsoever. And I think we've seen that all. I think we're seeing so much of that. So anyway, that is going to be it from me. I'll tell you guys what's going to be on the docket this week. But before I do that, I got to send a special thank you to MamaBear, of course, my co-host. So MamaBear, thank you for being here as always. And also, to everybody who tuned in, to everybody who hit subscribe, thank you. I saw my video really blew up. Thank you. My shorts video really get our attention. Thank you for sharing that out. Thank you if you guys discover my channel, thank you big time. I mean that. You guys are freaking amazing. Kirsche, you're probably not watching, but thank you. I'm glad you like that. But I retweeted your comment on top, and I posted the community tab. So really happy. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for 600 on Twitter. MamaBear. Tell them where to find you.
Hello, this is MamaBear. You can find me here on YouTube at MamaBear Doll. You can find me, of course, Sundays, right here. Same Maki time, same Maki channel. Usually on Mondays, you can find me with the Kingdom of Nerds, where we discuss pop culture, movies, all sorts of fun stuff. Tuesdays, you can find me with, on New to Who with Styx Boy and the crew, where we go and watch some old Doctor Who stuff, and we're introducing people, introducing some people who are new to Who to the episodes. When it's a watch along thing, so there's always a link in the chat so you can watch along with us. Anywhere else I wind up being, and I always put links wherever I'm going somewhere. So everywhere I am, it's always in my community tab. So if you want to find me, you got to follow me.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. We'll be back here next Sunday. Anyway, the girls will be back next Sunday too. So we'll have the girls.
Yep. Same Maki time, same Maki channel.
Same Maki time. Okay. Now, me start with my channel members first. Let me talk to my members first. I'm gonna blow my channel, blow my screen up real quick. Listen, to all of my new members, thank you. I know I will thank Squeaka. I know I gotta thank Squeaka, but I do gotta thank you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. You guys definitely help keep the lights on for the channel, and I can't appreciate y'all. I don't appreciate y'all enough. I feel like I can't say thank y'all enough. If you guys did not get your rewards, which I will put, which I'm going to put an image up of the rewards real quick. If I can find my folder, I have so many freaking folders here. I got so many folders with so much stuff here. All organized. No, if you guys have not, if you're a channel member, if you guys have not claimed your rewards yet, do so, guys. Do so. The term 6 rewards are out. They are finally out. Check them. Make sure check. It's on the community tab. So on the community tab, there's a Dropbox link. You can claim your rewards from there. I've been putting out a lot of art recently. Put out a lot of art, especially last month. I think we put out some bangers last month. I think the highlight, obviously the highlight for the last term is the Rosalina one that I did. So, in the meantime, but aside from that, I am going to have you can still claim Tobias. You seem very interested. So if you guys want to join the channel for as low as $1 a month, get access to exclusive art drops that I do every 2 months for my channel members. This was last term. I do 2 months full of artwork just for my channel members. So this was the highlights of the last term. This month is term 7. From term 7, we'll start from this month all the way to June. And for this week, there will not be a Makini in the morning tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow I will be posting the marathon video, the art theft, the whole art theft controversy, and just basically Bungie. Basically, I don't think there's a future for Bungie and for Marathon. So I will be posting that video tomorrow. I have 2, and I repeat, I have 2 speed paints. I have 2 speed paint videos coming this week as well. The first one will likely be on, I think I will post that on Tuesday. Let me go find that out. So we'll post that on Tuesday. That will be of the Mori from the previous event in Nikkei, because the Unbreakable Sphere event really tugged at my heartstrings. Unbreakable Sphere event really tugged at my heartstrings there. Great event, definitely was worth checking out. So that Mori video will likely be on Tuesday. And I think later this week is the redraw that I did of Fluttershy of My Little Pony. I think this one is likely my highlight. This one will be my highlight for this month. For those who don't know, I'm doing this month for my channel members. What I'm doing is basically a remake month where I'm going through old drawings. Yeah, I'm doing a marathon video. I'm doing a marathon video. So basically, what I'm going to be doing.
That's the comment you react to? Because come on, this is gold.
What, this one?
Yes.
This drawing right here?
No, the comment.
Oh yeah. The comment's gold.
The comment's gold.
I'm like a heart attack. Hey man, join the channel, man. That's all I'm saying.
Hey man, give it time. Squeakle will get him a membership eventually.
That's all I gotta do. Join the channel. But no, so I'm doing for those who don't know, I'm doing a remake. This month is going to be all about remakes. I am going through old drawings that I did as far back as 10 years. This was 10 years ago, by the way. This was 10 years ago. So you can see the leap. You can see the absolute leap. So the Fluttershy redraw. This video will be out later this week, probably on Wednesday, if not Thursday. I got some side work I need to be finishing. I just got some side work I need to be doing as well for a certain person in the chat too. So you guys, you're probably watching right now. I know you are. But for my channel members, I'm probably gonna do a poll later this week asking you guys what old drawing would you like to be seen redone. And I'll put a list of but it'll be for the end of the month. So I'll put a poll up and I'll let you guys decide what of my older drawings would you like to see remade. This was the first one I did. This was of Rosalina. This was also from 2015, so that's 10 years ago. That's insane. That's 10 years ago. But Fluttershy will be later this week. There was time I was a brony for a while. I was a brony for a couple of months. So I did My Little Pony fan art back in the day. I did a lot. I did a couple of it. The work doodles will continue with the Daunton dress, like you guys saw. We'll be doing more work doodles this month or this week, so I'll have some more work doodle sketches for you guys. Like I said, you guys freaking came out in droves for the you mofos really came out in droves for the Kirsche one. So I'm really happy doing that. Really happy to see you guys do that. So I'll have some more work doodles this week as well. I'm probably going to need to sketch up the next one. So I'm still on the Daunton dress though. I might be continuing that. Shut up, Grumpy. I saw your comment. Shut up, Grumpy. I'm kidding. Oh wait, no, that's Sean. Sean, shut up. Shut up, Sean. Sorry, Grumpy. Sorry. Of course, I expect that from Sean.
For those that are new, if you are a member, you actually get sent a selection of his drawings every month, or every 2 months now. Is it
every 2 months? Yes.
Yeah.
This is every 2 months, so
you can actually get these.
And next month is June, so that means the summer
swimsuits are going to be coming out.
Yeah, the summer swimsuits collection is coming back. Yeah, so we'll be doing some swimsuit. I'll be doing plenty of swimsuit art next month too. So that'll be
putting the hard in the hard drive.
Huh?
Putting the hard in the hard drive.
Exactly. Especially at this quality. Hopefully at this level of quality. So that'll be my plan for this month. So I have not started on my next drawing yet, so I will be doing so hopefully before I go to bed tonight, hopefully tomorrow. But anyway, so marathon video tomorrow. Mori speed paint, not speed art. Mori speed paint on Tuesday. Fluttershy on likely Wednesday, if not Thursday, and then of course, more work doodles shorts throughout the week. Obviously, more work doodle shorts throughout the week. And we'll be back here on Sunday for Makini Live. Makini in the morning I will try to have a Makini in the morning show on Tuesday to make up for Monday. And then we'll have the Makini in the morning on Friday as well. Of course, guys, follow me on my Twitter. Follow me on my Newgrounds, Etsy shop links too. I gotta get back to Etsy shop. I gotta get back to Etsy real quick. Etsy really sells stickers. I sell stickers on Etsy. So Etsy shop. All my links are in the description, guys. Check that out. So, if you guys are brand new here, you guys want to see more of me, check that out. Also, we got to before we get out of here. I do want to. I need to take I want to take at least 5 minutes. Let's do a little Discord. Discord showcase. I forgot to bring this up last week, but I want to do a quick Discord showcase. So
I love you, Power.
So if you guys are not joining the link in the description, if you guys join the Discord, join the CSF Nation Discord. We have we got a thriving community here on the CSF Nation Discord. Check that out. I want to do just want to do some real quick, just like showcase, because people have been posting their work on the Discord, and I can't thank you enough. It's got some old stuff from Power. Nova, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. It's really cool just to see just arts of all skill levels, and of course my freaking sensei at this point, Cossack. Cossack has been posting bangers on the Discord lately. It's been really helping me. Cossack has been helping me a lot when it comes to rendering, and especially he's kind of pushed me over to the grayscale stuff, going over to do everything in grayscale first before adding colors to it. This is some of Cossack's work. I love this one. I'm getting God. Why am I forgetting the Miyazaki film right now? Why am I forgetting the Miyazaki film? Dang it! Why am I getting the Miyazaki film? Why? Princess Mononoke. Love that. Absolutely love this one. Of course, some of my stuff. This is a new one. Anime. This is a new person. Anime Star. She is absolute. Does some lovely stuff. She did.
Nice.
Anime Star. She did. I followed her on Twitter. She did this one earlier that I showed off last week. On Makini Live. Really like that stuff. Say join the Discord, guys. Really appreciate that. And I just want to take a quick glance at the traditional stuff, because you guys have been posting on the digital. You guys have also been posting on the traditional stuff too.
I'll start at one if I'm the only traditional artist.
No, there's more. I've been posting. I'm moving all my work doodles over to the traditional channel on Discord. You guys have been posting stuff like that. Drawing with Jay has been posting a lot of his stuff. Grumpy has been posting stuff too. You guys are more than welcome. Of course, I've been posting my Kirsche doodles over there too. But join the Discord. We have out of demand, because you guys asked for it. Some people in my chat asked for it. I do have a not safe for work section on the Discord. I do have a not safe for work section. Please be respectful on there, please. Thank you. I did put a not safe for work section on the Discord. It's under the Pacific City section. As for you post your not safe for work art, just please, let's be respectful, please. Let's not get too rowdy, okay? Let's not go too rowdy in there. So, but I already know people are posting their spicier stuff on there, such as the kid and what the fan art. You guys have been amazing. Of course, I have sections for different talks and such like that, such as gaming stuff, talk about gamings, gotcha games, video games, gotcha games. You guys are over there. Power is just basically just a freaking monster when it comes to just constantly posting stuff there on Discord. He's constantly updating everybody with VTuber news, with gaming news, stuff in anime, TV, music, you name it. It's all here. It's all here in the CSF Nation Discord. So guys, join the Discord if you can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send a link for you guys, so that way you guys have a link. So I will put the link to the Discord in the chat. So if you guys have not joined it, please definitely do so. You're going to be in. I think we already crossed 50 members on Discord, which is freaking amazing. You guys are all freaking amazing. I will put the link in the Discord in the chat, so go ahead and join in and hang out with us there. Anyway, that's it from me and from MamaBear. Thank you guys once again. I am Makini90, artist, journeyman, and illustrator, and I thank you all for tuning in to the sexiest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube, Makini Live. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially in your video games. And above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your Sunday, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for the share. Thank you for the repost, all that great stuff, as we are working our asses off to get to 6K before the end of the year. And I would like to get us there very, very soon. Plenty of content from me. And I hope all you enjoy. Until then, I will see you all tomorrow. We love y'all.
Later. And not yet, Grumpy.
Can I say it? Can I?
Yeah.
Peace.